This podcast is sponsored by Audible. Go to audibletrial.com/mediahole to get your free 30-day trial, including one free audiobook. There's over 180,000 audiobooks to choose from, and they're listenable on your iPhone, your Android, your Kindle, or any other device that plays MP3s. So once again, that is audibletrial.com/mediahole. Thank you, Audible. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to a new episode of the Media Hole Podcast. This is a weekly podcast in which me and Ian talk about all sorts of news and video games and media-related shit. Hell yeah.
What's up, gamers?
What's up, gamers? Let's do this.
Yeah, I keep joining my Discord every day and being "What's up" and saying "What's up, gamers."
That's wild.
Yeah,
and good.
No, that's who I'm talking to. Only them. I don't care about anyone else.
Hell yeah. So, you know, this episode is being recorded on my 25th birthday. What's up?
Nerd.
I'm 25.
Big doofus.
Hell yeah.
Wait, shit.
What?
No, nothing. I forgot what the date was, and I was like, fuck, is our birthday like exactly a month apart? No, it's not. It's 32 days apart.
My birthday, in case you want to know, is the day after 9/11, but 6 years earlier.
The real tragedy.
The real tragedy. I believe my birthday is the day after 9/11, the year the World Trade Center bombing happened. Do you remember that one? Nobody talks about it because it's not as big of a deal.
What?
The World Trade Center bombing. Or people planted bombs at the base of it.
Wait, really? That happened?
Yeah, that was like mid-90s.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie. That was the plot of the movie mid-90s.
Yes, the plot of the movie mid-90s.
Yeah, all those kids grew up to try and bomb the World Trade Center.
No, they did it while they were kids.
Oh, yeah. Because they were the kids in the 90s, yeah.
Yeah.
Sick
and now that they're
fucks.
adults, they're like, wow, people totally forgot we did that because a more important thing happened to the World Trade Center. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about some news. First up on the list, Portland banned the use of tear gas on protesters.
Cool. Can't wait for cops to not listen to their own laws.
Can't wait for them to address the fires in Portland 4 months from now. Just like how they did this 4 months after it started mattering.
I don't think those fires are in Portland. They're in the state.
They're along the entire West Coast.
Yeah, I know, but like, is Portland? Did it hit Portland?
I think so.
Whatever. That's some nonsense. But you know, guys, at least we know it's a boy.
It's a boy.
Yeah.
Did you see? I sent you a Hard Times article that was like, we burned down that entire forest and killed 10. We didn't burn down an entire forest and kill 10 people just for you to come out as non-binary.
Yeah.
It's a very good Hard Times article. If you're in a fire, please be safe.
I saw a video of someone doing a gender reveal part thing. I don't know how old this is, but still, it's like, God, you're fucking stupid. It was a couple holding like flares.
Oh shit!
That were colored, and they lit them off, but they pointed them the wrong way
and burnt themselves.
No, like it kind of just. It was like it wasn't a flare. It was like a smoke thing.
You can burn yourself on a smoke bomb.
Yeah, but I'm sure when
they didn't burn themselves.
Yeah, but what happened was the lady's holding it the wrong way. Also, it goes off first, and it like hits her thigh, and she goes like, "Oh, geez!" But then the man doesn't notice. He's like still looking like, "Come on!" And it fires out right into his dick, and it's like, "You deserve it."
Yeah, he might have had burns.
Fucking fuck that dude.
Yeah. Gender reveal parties are at best tacky. Literally the best thing they can be is tacky.
Yeah, they're stupid.
Yeah.
No one in my family had a gender reveal party.
It's called being born.
Yeah. That's the party. Just fucking show up.
Yeah.
I know it's hard for you dads out there sometimes to show up to your kids being born.
And I mean, truthfully, who knows what that baby's gender is? They're still in your tummy. Y'all motherfuckers should be calling it a genital reveal party.
All right.
It basically is, and it'd make people want to do it less with that name. Yeah,
I think it's fine. I don't know what camp you're on. I think it's fine to raise a child with their particular gender, just not to put down other genders, like how people are like, you can't play, you're a boy, you can't play with dolls.
Yeah.
I think just...
let them do what they want.
Give them a basic... I think you need to give them, like, children a basic understanding. You don't have... But then you don't have to, like, be like, boys are boys, girls are girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. My fucking...
Because the majority of people are still cis. It's just like, whatever.
My sister's boyfriend, he likes to fucking... He thinks that, like... He's like a nice conservative, pretty much, where he's just like... He's well-meaning, but he's so misinformed.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, these kids, they're like growing up and they like don't understand gender and they're all fucked up and they're becoming like trans at like 12. And then when they become an adult, they're like, oh, that was a mistake. Now my body's all fucked up. And I'm like... I'm sure that's never happened, but someone came up with the concept of that happening.
People have detransitioned, but it's a very vast minority of people who are trans.
Yeah,
or who at least thought they were.
If you don't understand it, just shut up.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Nobody asked for your take on this, sir. Speaking of
no
nobody
one cares what the white dude from Hamilton has to say.
The one white guy in Hamilton.
Sure, I don't know. Oakville.
I thought you were talking about the play.
Oh, no.
Because there's only one white guy in that play. It's Jonathan Groff. He plays King George.
Cool.
Here's one. Japanese film actor Yusuke Isaya probably is more accurate.
Yeah.
Was arrested for alleged marijuana possession.
Oh, my God. Get over yourselves.
You may know him as the actor who played Jotaro in the live-action JoJo Part 4 movie.
Oh, man. Can't wait till they edit him out.
Yep. So...
What's his last name? Izawa?
Isaya. Isaya.
He's 44.
Yeah.
Imagine getting arrested for marijuana at the age of 44.
Yeah, right?
I'm sure his whole fucking, like, entire...
filmography.
Yeah, it's just fucked.
Being erased from time.
He's 44. He has a niece who's 46.
Wow.
Yeah. Because his brother was 76. Damn.
Holy shit.
Half brother. So his dad fucks. Or
Yeah.
mom. I'm going to say dad. It's Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, he died this year. That's sad.
The dad?
His half brother.
Oh.
He died at the age of 76 in July.
Dang.
Just looking through. I don't really watch a lot of live action Japanese stuff.
I don't either.
I'm just trying to,
The only
see.
thing I've seen with him in it is JoJo Part 4, the movie.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
You should. It's pretty good.
Oh, man, that was chapter 1. Do you think they're going to recast him for chapter 2?
Maybe they'll just... I mean, he is playing Jotaro, who is a bad boy.
I guess. Well, you know how they are. Even the bad boys, they're like, no. Like that fucking guy from Judgment.
Yeah.
Or the bad cop from fucking Yakuza 4.
Yeah.
Like, just let them be villains. Also, marijuana. Come on. Grow the fuck up.
Yeah. More like grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like grow up.
Yeah. It's not like it's opiates or something. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
And even if it was, maybe it shouldn't be a crime just to have them.
Yeah, whatever. It's just such a dumb thing. Like,
Yep.
I don't get it. I don't get how drugs are legal at all.
Imagine publicly arresting a person for alleged marijuana possession.
So this was alleged.
Yep.
That means someone snitched on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw him with a green leaf, and he's like, it's fucking cilantro.
Aloe vera.
Yeah. What?
Huh?
Did you say aloe vera?
Is aloe not a leaf?
No, aloe is like a fucking thick... I guess you could call it a leaf, but it's like thick. You would not think aloe vera was marijuana.
I mean, that was part of the point that Japanese people don't know shit about drugs.
Oh, well, I said cilantro at least because it has a shape.
Parsley.
Parsley, cilantro, thyme, if you really want to fuck it up.
Tea leaves.
Are tea leaves like actually like brown?
I don't know.
I think
they're sometimes multiple colors.
A bay leaf. An actual bay leaf.
A bay leaf.
That's weed!
Get on the ground, sir.
You ever see the fucking people on Twitter going like, Chipotle, you put a fucking leaf in my burrito bowl, and it's just a bay leaf, and it's like, how did white people colonize and steal so many spices and seasonings and not know what the fuck a bay leaf is?
Because when they got to America, they couldn't bring spices with them because it was just for rich people. And all the people who went to America were like mostly criminals.
And
or
yet
the poor.
you go to the UK and you're like, can I have this? And they give you the blandest shit in the world.
If you go to the UK...
A white place in the UK.
I just want to point out that I think white British people invented vindaloo, which is a type of curry, Indian-style curry.
That's fine. They can
because
do
they
that.
colonized India and took all their shit. But then they were like, how do we make a kind of Indian style thing that isn't
that white
there?
people can tolerate.
Yeah, Vindaloo's not bad. It's
I've never
just-
had it.
It's pretty good.
No, like okay, I respect they know what they're doing sometimes. Like Gordon Ramsay's British,
Yeah,
and his food looks phenomenal. But like
Jamie Oliver makes really shitty food.
what do you mean?
Just it's not good.
Yeah.
Like his recipes, they're all very bland.
Oh,
but he's
okay.
like, I'm the health food cook guy.
oh
and
yeah,
I'm-
he was the guy.
and
who
I'm
was,
handsome in a non-threatening
He
way.
like took fucking like a bunch of like raw chicken and blended it up and made this like pink mush. And he was like trying to show like kids like what McDonald's nuggets are like, and he was like, "Would you like?" He goes like, he gives them a chicken tender, like a nugget, and he's just like, "Which one do you think is better?" And they look at they pointed at the nugget because they're children and they know what McDonald's is.
Yeah.
So then he's like, "All right, let me show you how to make them," and he does it like makes the disgusting puree and stuff and forms them and then cooks it. And he says, "Which one would you rather eat now?" After seeing all that, and like the whole time the kids are going like, "Ew, gross! You do that?" Because he even throws in like the bad parts of the chicken, which like everyone knows is in McDonald's nuggets.
Yeah.
And then he goes through this whole thing.
And the kids still eat the nuggets because it's good.
He thinks the kids will be like, I saw what went inside those nuggets. That's gross. I'm going to have the nice chicken tender that has less flavor. And then he'll just, but then the kids at the end go like, nugget. Children are dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get like a fucking $84 charge from Nintendo last night?
Hell yeah.
Fucking thanks. I forgot about that. I was like making dinner and I looked down at my phone and it says PayPal and it's like $83.99 to Nintendo of America and I'm like, oh shit. And I also had dropped like fucking $200. I had dropped $240 yesterday.
Yeah.
License plate sticker
For
for 2 years. And then I also had a dentist appointment that cost me $150 because my dental only covers 80%. And I had 3 fillings yesterday.
Oh shit! Right.
Yeah.
I was like, how did you spend that much on dental?
Yeah,
you
but
have a job.
I have a job and I think I'm on the lowest like healthcare thing they have, which is 80%, but like it takes like $5 off my paycheck.
Yeah.
But like if I went to the higher one, it'd take like $25.
But then it covers everything.
Every 6 months when I go to the dentist, I wouldn't have to pay for anything,
Hell yeah.
which I don't think is worth it if I really did the math.
My work benefits did not work the way they were supposed to, and I had to pay for my medication when I was on medication out of pocket.
You were under 25 then, though.
Yeah, but they changed it.
What do you mean? But no, isn't it a government thing?
There was a government thing, but they did change it.
Oh,
Yeah, Doug Ford changed it to
Thanks,
be
Doug.
22 or whatever.
piece
it
of
is.
shit.
Yeah. It's like, it's not 25 now, it's 22. It's like, cool, all right.
By 25, by 22, you should have your own fucking job.
By 23, you should be able to pay for your medication out of pocket, even though half of all people under the age of fucking 30 live at home.
Thanks, millionaire political dynasty dickhead.
Yeah.
Well, it's only a political dynasty because your brother didn't fuck up everything.
Well, he did. It's just, people who don't know things still liked him. Anyway, moving
I didn't
on.
like him, but I don't think he did anything super bad.
Rob?
Yeah.
He was super bad. He was big racist.
Oh.
Big racist policies.
Damn.
Also, smoked a lot of crack.
You just said earlier that you don't think anyone should be shamed for drugs.
You're right, unless you're somebody who increased the punishments for drug possession in your city when you were mayor and also smoked crack.
Damn, if I was getting chased by the cops, I would. If I was doing hardcore drugs, I would live on the border so that if like some York police saw me, I'd run into the Peel region.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "Ha, it's lighter over here."
So let's just jump forward a little bit. More news. We got Scream 5, baby. So it was already announced that this was like kind of in the early days, but Neve Campbell is back. So now it's actually like a true sequel. We got Sydney.
Campbell, the director or an actor?
Neve Campbell is the lead actress of all of the Scream movies. She plays Sidney Prescott.
Man, I feel bad. Like in that world, imagine if you were like a horror, like you lived in a horror universe.
Yeah.
And you're like the one who gets to survive every time, but like you lose like your friends every couple of years.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yep.
How old's Neve Campbell?
Neve Campbell's gotta be in her 40s by now.
You know what'd be funny?
What?
They change it up where it's just a bunch of like parents that that Ghostface kills.
Okay, so here's
except like they have kids. It's just Ghostface is like, I'm not gonna murder a child. That's fucked up. And then he goes and kills the parents.
Yeah. So I mean, who knows what this version of Ghostface would be? Obviously, it's a different person every time.
Yeah.
But in the original, they're all in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those aren't children. No, I'm kidding. Those are children.
The original, so Scream 1, high school. Scream 2, they're in college. Scream 3 is like a few years later. They're fully adults in fully adult jobs in Los Angeles, California, instead of in Fake Town, California.
And then Scream 4.
Scream 4, they go back to the town from Scream 1 because, you know, obviously Scream 1 is a parody of horror movies. Not parody. What's the word? Satire. But it's like still played straight, but it's still like commenting on it, on the tropes and shit.
Well, like everyone else, like they were also like in every other fucking horror film that's like super popular. It's like, what's the villain? It's a ghost or some shit.
Well, yeah, in Scream,
and then Scream is just it's a guy wearing a cheap Halloween mask.
Yeah, Scream is like what Scream does is it was the first horror movie to take place in a world where horror movies exist. So people know what happens in them, and can operate within that logic. Scream 2 is obviously a take on sequels. Scream 3 is just bad, and Scream 4 is a take on reboot, like remakes.
Yeah,
right. So she goes back to the town.
Did they remake Jason?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Don't even remember it happening. Like,
Friday the 13th got remade.
Jason, I feel like was like one of those horror movie guys that I like. It was Jason and Freddy Krueger. Heard about them all the time growing up.
Yeah.
And then I became like 20 and then no one says anything about them anymore.
I'm a slasher guy. The Halloween movies I think are okay. So the Friday the 13th movies I think as a whole are better of the three big boys, the Halloween, Nightmare, and Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Because Friday the 13th, the movies, I mean, like, Jason Takes Manhattan's kind of just okay.
Jason X
is great.
It's campy. It's stupid as fuck.
Jason X doesn't take itself seriously, and it should.
He also freezes a man like with some fucking shit,
space shit, and then breaks him.
He like punches his head.
Yeah.
Jason X is dumb as fuck.
It's
like,
great.
It's that like kill in like I think it's in the first Jason where he like ties that person up in the sleeping bag
and bashes him against the wall. Yeah,
like it's that, but the whole movie is like every kill is like that. And then I think they just eject him from the spaceship and be like, "There's no way he'll survive." And then I think the end is him like
he crash lands on future Earth. I think.
Yeah,
he like survives re-entry as just a person.
Yeah.
Which is fun. But so those movies I think are never really took themselves too seriously.
No.
And so
it was just the concept of a man like a lumbering.
But in the first movie it's not really Jason.
What, the kid?
The killer in Friday the 13th isn't Jason.
Who is it?
It's his mom.
Oh.
Yeah. And then they're like, we killed the mom, so let's just have him come back from the dead for real.
Okay.
But then they just had that. And then, of course, there was Friday the 13th for the final Friday.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So whatever.
It's a lot. Anyway, Halloween 1, 2, and 3 are great, and the new one's great. And H2O is pretty good. And Nightmare on Elm Street, just like 1 is good, and New Nightmare is good. The rest are just kind of meh. 2 is actually...
Freddy Krueger's like the lamest one to me.
Yeah. Well, he became like, radical, dude. I'm a mascot character.
Really?
Yeah, there's one where he has a NES Power Glove at one point.
I don't know. I think he's just like super lame.
New Nightmare is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, move on.
All right.
Scream 4 exists.
Scream's awesome. 5.
5.
It's been 9 years since Sydney got terrorized by Ghostface. Yeah. She can do it again.
I'm sure she's rebuilt her life and been like, finally, I can move on. I have a new husband and everying.
Yeah. It's great. It's great. She's at a point where it's like every 10 years she gets a new one instead of every 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Right? Because between 3 and 4, it was like 2000 to 2011. And 4 and 5, it's 2011 to 2020.
Maybe in this one, she'll be the Scream.
Oh, that might be cool. Maybe. They've played with a lot of stuff like that, but never really.
Well, she'd have to be like, it had to be her final one if they wanted to do that.
And there's a second DC fandom, which is more TV oriented because the first one got too long for what they wanted to do. And there have been 2 announcements that matter, and that's it so far. And those 2 announcements are Doom Patrol Season 3, baby! Please don't do that. That's
hooray.
And Young Justice Phantoms is the title of the already known about Season 4. We still don't have a release date.
Yeah, I'm sure next year.
Yeah. I mean, the Season 3 came out in 2018 till 2019. Or, 2018 to 2019. And so, yeah, Season 4, we're working on it. We're waiting on it.
Yeah, I don't know. Can't wait.
Yep.
We'd really like Starfire to show up.
But here's the thing.
I just like her. What?
What group is she going to be with, and who's she going to be interacting with?
I don't know what Phantoms implies. Is that anything like Outsiders with
Phantom
something?
Zone, maybe? Maybe Zod's going to show up?
Maybe Zod's a new villain.
Maybe Zod's a new villain or an existing one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or we could
I think it'd be
literally
nice to have a new villain just show up. Maybe if we can finally get Superboy to be a little more super. It's fine. I
don't think he'll ever fly because
no. But I
kind
of wish he could get stronger, sort of like physically stronger. Because I feel like Superman is just this peak of physicality. Like you can't fuck with Superman. Like he's the strongest man in the show.
Apparently, they announced we're gonna get the original Wonder Girl is gonna show up, but I think she's like an adult.
So are they saying that like Wonder Woman has had more than one protege?
Yeah. Because right now we have Cassie Sandsmark as the Wonder Girl in this universe. And Cassie is the second Wonder Girl. The first one was Donna Troy.
Donna Troy.
Yeah.
Isn't she the fucking... who's the ambassador to the United Nations from
Troya? Yeah. Maybe that's her, actually. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay, so, I don't know. I think we could get Red Hood and the Outlaws... Which is not great, but I
do like this version of Arsenal.
I have faith with the Young Justice crew.
Yeah, I mean, Greg Wiseman knows what he's doing,
and we also know that Jason Todd is alive.
Yeah,
he is.
Jason Todd and Damian Wayne are both around.
Yeah, I hope if they do a 5-year time skip, I hope Damian.
I don't
Wayne
think they'll do
a show.
Oh yeah, maybe they'll do maybe they'll age him up to. Maybe we'll do an 8-year time skip to get him up to like a age that he can Robin at.
Yeah, well, he'd be like 9, but
yeah, Damian started at 9 because he was raised by assassins, so he kind of grew up very fast.
They could also do like a thing where he rapidly grew up or something. Not as good, but that's DC's like shit that they do a lot. Also, he's not a clone. I hope. Well, it would be really lame if they were like, no, Batman didn't fuck Talia. That baby was a clone that they
Have we seen?
They took they took Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
They took a skin flake because they know he's Batman.
Yeah.
And
everybody knows everybody's fucking identity in this.
And then
show
they made like some fucking somehow they turned a skin flake into like a sperm cell. And fucking.
I think they'll just have
and then put it inside of Talia.
If they can have that, if they can have Halo die 50 times on screen, we can have implied
some of them
sex.
Were brutal too.
Yeah.
Like Halo's first death, where her face gets like melted off. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to see. I did look it up. You were right that character is Huntress in this universe, which is weird. The mom, just a weird vibe, but yeah, I think Phantoms also might imply we might see more of Wally.
Like maybe because they also did do a bunch of like Wally coming, like beings in Robin's psyche still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did some of that, and they had that episode that made me cry.
Yeah. And then you also find out at the end where
this wasn't even real.
Zatanna's like, that was all in her head.
That was all Martian Manhunter. Or sorry, Ms. Martian.
Yeah, fucking around with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I have faith that if they do a Red Hood and the Outlaws thing, that they won't fuck it up.
Yeah, I think if they do that, I think it'd be cool. And I'd love to see if they do explore the Red Hood stuff, which I hope they do. I'd love to see it where we get the point of view of not just Dick, but also Tim and also Bruce.
Yeah,
you know
Tim was
kind
of underplayed in season 3.
Yeah, Tim's in Tim's in a lot of episodes, but he doesn't get a lot.
He hardly talks.
Yeah,
he's just there.
He's just there.
Yeah.
He has his entire side team doing his stuff, making his girlfriend pissed at him.
Yeah.
Which is funny because one of the girls on his team is his comic book girlfriend, so maybe he cheated on her.
Well,
who knows?
People break up and move on in this series, except for
Superboy and Miss Martian.
Well, yeah, because they're broken up
they
at the
got
start
back
of season
together.
2, but it was like he broke up with her because of his own personal issues, and then also because
they do introduce
she
Starfire,
mind flays like people all the time.
Yeah,
in that I've been rewatching season 2.
Yeah,
and because I said I hated it. It's not that bad. I like it more on the second watching, but there is a point where she goes "Oh, here, 1 second. Let me." My uncle John Jones over there.
Yeah.
Is fucking he's having a peaceful telekinetic connection with the guy, and he's just sitting there, and then she goes "Oh, 1 second," and then looks at him, and then the fucking little alien, I can't remember what they're called, he literally goes
yeah,
and she's I have all the information in his head now, and Superboy's just this is why I don't fuck you anymore.
This is why.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great show.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see whatever they do because I know it'll be pretty dang good.
Yeah. Unless it's bad, and then we're oh no.
Well, I'm confident they've earned my
season 3 they've earned my faith.
Yeah, they've earned my faith. There we go. But after the first 3 seasons, I like all 3 of them a lot. So, they've earned my faith.
1 second. Is Jeff Johns associated with Young Justice?
Jeff Johns is associated as a producer with practically every DC Comics thing.
Okay. Well, did you hear the Ray Fisher stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's rough. I like that Ray Fisher's just literally going I ain't playing this game.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not playing this PR shit. You guys aren't working with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's Justice League was my first movie, and it got all fucked over by all this other shit.
Yeah.
And now I'm not successful as an actor.
And also, I don't really care to deal with you people because you're not helping me, and you're trying to. And also, this guy who's an executive producer is fucking sending me text messages, making fun of me and shit. I got a cyborg on deck on the CW show that I can replace you with at any time. And it's bro, relax.
Is that really? You got a text like that?
He did, yeah. He has a bunch of texts and conversations he had with Jeff Johns where he was constantly just I can end your career right now, so do what I say, sort of shit.
Damn.
Yeah, so Jeff Johns is a piece of shit.
It must be fucking Joyvin Wade, who is a great cyborg on Doom Patrol.
And so then also, apparently, what he's allegedly saying is that he said that the Warner Bros. Was we'll get a third-party investigator in to work on it, but they said they were going to do an internal investigation, and Ray Fisher was that shit's not going to work because Jeff Johns is so high up.
Yeah.
And then they were look, we'll get a third party, and then Ray Fisher's but I'm going to do the vetting process on this.
Yeah.
So then Warner just went and got an investigator, and then Ray Fisher's this isn't what I said, I'm not going to talk to this guy. And then they put out a press release going Ray Fisher's clearly just being a dickhead.
Yeah.
And he then he's just, they're trying to throw him under the bus, and he's just I'm on top of the bus, you can't stop me. Yeah. So anyways, get rid of Jeff Johns. But because executive producers are bullshit and they don't do anything.
Jeff Johns is also a comic book writer.
Cool. Which comics do you write?
Lots of things. So many things.
Anything very notable or?
Just off the dome, he wrote a mid-2000s Teen Titans, and I think a mid-2000s Doom Patrol. He did. He did. I think he wrote Flashpoint. I think he wrote. He definitely wrote. I think he was writing New 52 Aquaman, New 52 Flash, and New 52 Green Lantern. He's done lots of stuff. He's very high up at that company because he's great at towing the line.
Okay.
And everybody seems to like him. I don't know. But obviously, huge piece of shit, probably.
Also, something I forgot about Young Justice Season 2.
What?
You know how there's the game that takes place between Young
Yep.
Justice 1 and 2.
Legacy, yeah.
Yeah, they throw shit at you
Yeah.
that happens only in the game like a couple times, and it's
Yeah.
like, how would I know this? Like the reason why Calder goes bad in season 2,
Yeah, it's
It's
revealed
because-
at the end of the game.
is that Tula's dead.
Yeah.
She dies in the game, and no one stopped it. So he's like using that as his excuse to be a dickhead. But
Yeah.
like, he's also not very present in season 3. I feel like.
Who? Calder?
Yeah, I feel like he's there, but he's like.
Yeah, because he's graduated. You know what I
he's,
mean? Like
he's
like-
Justice League. Well, he was
Yeah.
the leader, wasn't he?
He was the leader of the team, but he was like, Dick, you're gonna be the leader. I'm just holding on to it.
But then
for
also
you.
he became a higher up on the Justice League as well.
Yeah, well, he became Aquaman.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Yeah.
Like Aqualad isn't a person right now.
Yeah. Unless no, because Lagan works for the UN.
Yeah,
Lagan is the comic book Aqualad.
I don't like Lagan.
Yeah, you don't have to. You're
I don't
not
like.
supposed
Oh,
to.
I don't really like Yuri Lowenthal sometimes.
What?
Sometimes his voice is just like. But also, I think a problem I have with him is everyone else stopped using like their catchphrases pretty much, like in season 2.
Yeah.
Like there's no more hello Megans. There's no more feeling the aster. So
Yeah.
no more saying the whelmed shit all the time. But
Crash the mode, baby.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
that's-
new catchphrase.
That's his thing. No, but then fucking like
Oh, it's
every
future
single
slang.
time Lagan opens his mouth, he's like Neptune's beard, and I'm like, why?
No, that's how people from Atlantis talk.
But he says it constantly.
Because that's like the only one people know.
It's just rough. Like he
That's
says
just
it,
how Aquaman talk, dude. That's what people.
but he taught. It's like
You don't make fun of
but
British people for saying blimey.
I would if they said it all the time. He says it at least once every second line.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to like the character.
I guess because he's
He's
new,
a good guy, but he's a prick. He's
He's
supposed
the
to
new
be the new guy
Aqualad,
you
and you're
hate.
supposed to be like, but I like Calderon.
Yeah.
And then he's also fucking McCann Morris.
McGann.
And it's just like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You are actually here to be a dickhead that I don't like.
Yeah.
But I just don't like his writing. Like, I could take him as I don't like his catchphrase.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like catchphrases. They suck. But they called the cast a lot for season 3 and was just like...
Yeah. No, I mean, season 3, it's like, oh, did someone expensive voice this character? I guess they're voiced by Troy Baker now.
Or, which is also weird because Troy Baker's also expensive.
No, he's not for TV.
But also, you know, Troy Baker's like, hey, we have Troy Baker as a main cast. Why don't
Yeah.
we just have him do his, like...
Him and Nolan North will voice every,
Yeah.
like, you know, every unnamed character is voiced by one of those two dudes.
hey, why don't we just have him come and do his Sam Drake voice for Guy Gardner?
Hey, it's me, Guy Gardner.
Same with Carrie Payton. He's also like 1,000 characters. He's Brick,
He's Brick.
who's like a villain twice. Also has one of the funniest moments in
Season 3, we said that
Who
last
would
time.
steal this in the middle in
No,
broad
nobody's
daylight?
nobody's gonna steal this in broad daylight. We're stealing it in broad daylight.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Yeah, it's great. If you haven't checked out season 3, if you're like a longtime fan, but you're like, I haven't seen season 3 because it was so long. In
Oh, I
between."
also forgot that Black
You
Lightning is in season 2.
He is. Yeah.
He's there for like 1 second.
like he's in 2 episodes, I think.
Wow,
Yeah.
man, I love his design in season 3 though.
Hold on, I need to take a shit.
Because his like design in season 2, he's like all bald and fresh faced, but then in season 3 he's got his hair and his beard. It looks great. So I found something on the fandom.
Yeah.
A clip with Jason Todd as Red Robin shooting guns at Two-Face.
From what?
I have no fucking idea.
Oh, from Batman: Death in the Family, the interactive
this it?
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It looks good.
Yeah. It's just the Under the Red Hood movie, but different.
I hope they bring that voice actor. He sounds good.
Jason Isaacs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. No, sorry, it's Jensen Ackles.
Hold on 1 second. The DC fandom, the Gal Gadot you fell in love with, and it's Wonder Woman, and then the Gal Gadot I fell in love with, and I feel like that's her character from Fast and Furious.
Has to be.
Incorrect, though. She is not a great character in that.
You think you'd know every Fast and Furious frame by now?
I know that jacket. and that background. I think that's from Fast 5. All right. So, anyways.
Anyway, Doom Patrol's good.
The
and
Flash-
now I can continue recommending it to people because it's not going to end on a cliffhanger where every character is dead.
Well, so from fandom, the Flash solo film restarts everything.
Yeah, it's a Flashpoint
New
movie.
Batman.
Yeah, no, Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck are both going to be in the Flashpoint movie.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we're doing the Flashpoint. Which means we could probably do a fucking sick-ass Batman Beyond show with or movie with Keaton. And we should.
Yeah. It's interesting.
What, Flashpoint?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks that this is the first film adaptation of a Flash storyline, and A, it's a storyline written by Jeff Johns, and B, it is literally a Justice League story. It's just Flash is the main character.
Yeah. What, Yeah. So the Flash does not get a lot of play.
Yeah, it sucks because he's a cool character, but
Yeah.
Barry Allen is... Well, I like Ezra Miller as Barry Allen. I think he's extremely likable. Actually, even Grant Gustin as Barry Allen. They're both good.
We gotta just figure out that fucking thing with his him choking that lady. Ezra Miller was like in a club and he so woman thought he was like playing around and then he just like got up and started choking her.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, Ezra Miller did something shitty.
But he's so cool.
Cool people can do fucked up things.
Yeah.
Ezra Miller appears to choke woman in video. This was on April 6th.
Of this year?
Yeah. He was in Iceland.
Oh, Miller uses they, them pronouns.
Well, good for him, but still.
Them.
Good for them, whatever. 7-second video shows a man saying, "Oh, you want to fight? That's what you want to do," to a young woman who appears to be jokingly preparing herself for a fight and is smiling. Miller then grabs the girl by the throat and throws her to the ground. At this point, the person filming says, "Whoa, bro," and stops shooting, with the footage ending abruptly.
First, Reykjavik. Weird.
Yeah. It was a weird thing, and just like no one talked about it after. It's like, what's going on here?
Wild. Didn't know about that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think a lot of people did. That's what I'm saying. Is it's just like we were like Googling something about Ezra Miller when we were talking about it in my Discord, and it just like it was like the top search result. I'm like, what the fuck?
But yeah, I like them as a Flash.
Yeah. So when I don't know, maybe if they could,
Yep.
get that settled, figure that out.
Yep. Let's come to a consensus about that.
Yeah.
But
if it was just choking, it's the throwing to the ground part that it's like, what's going on there? Did he choke slam? Did they choke slam her?
yeah.
Maybe Ezra Miller's a big wrestling fan.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe.
like whenever George was at my pool, he's like,
I'm gonna choke slam you right into the
Emily,
pool.
can I Batista bomb you?
Into the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? Because again, this is a video.
It's a 7-second video from like fucking 4 months ago.
And 7 seconds is really not long enough to get the context or vibe of the situation, because it's not like people are coming through in terms of interviews and shit.
Also, maybe that lady was just like hitting Ezra Miller before, like she thought she was being funny, and he was like not dealing with it.
Yeah.
And just got in an altercation.
Who's to say?
Yeah.
Not I.
Maybe he was high as fuck and thought she maybe they were high as fuck and thought she was a demon.
That's also reasonable. It's extremely
It's not
reasonable.
great, but it's still like there's an explanation.
Maybe they thought she was a parademon. Who's to say?
Yeah, Ezra Miller thinks he's the Flash.
Yeah.
You know how fast I am?
I'm Barry Allen.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah. We need more info about that, obviously. But
Yeah.
I like Ezra Miller as an actor, at least. Perks of Being a Wallflower is great. We need to talk about Kevin is great. R.I.P. Lynn Ramsey. But yeah, like, so I'd like to see more of them as Barry. But you know, I think Flashpoint's a weird way to take it for the literal first time Flash has been in a movie. I want to see a Wally West on screen, though, really. And Keenan Lonsdale is great in the show The Flash, but I'd love to see, like, you know, an original sort of classic Wally West vibe, 90s style. You know what I'm talking about? When he was the Flash, not Kid Flash.
Yeah.
It's weird that they made Wally West go back to being Kid Flash the second they changed him to being black. That's weird. Would you not say that's weird?
No. I don't know.
He doesn't get to be the Flash anymore, does he?
Something happened.
What?
Chris Evans.
What happened?
A nude got leaked of Chris Evans.
Oh.
But it was on Chris Evans' Instagram.
Oh, he leaked it himself, we're saying.
Something happened. Like, people saw his camera roll.
A hack situation.
I guess he's got a good dick. That's what people... I'm not going to look it up. That's disrespectful. Unless he just posted again, being like, what up? You all saw.
It's dong time, baby.
Yeah. All right, what's up?
Nothing. I'm just kind of cheese looking at this limited run games tweet that shows a clip from an anime of someone playing a PlayStation with a gray controller, and it says, what PS2 game do you think holds up the best in 2020, when that's clearly a PS1 controller, but it's just the DualShock style instead of the original PS1 style.
There's PlayStation 2 controllers that look like that.
No, but it's gray. It's gray, and it says PlayStation, not PlayStation 2 on it.
Yeah. But also,
it's clearly a DualShock 1.
I think there was PS1 controllers that had analog sticks.
Yeah, they were. It's a DualShock 1.
Whatever. Fuck them. Anyways, what game holds up best? None of them.
What game?
Ratchet & Clank Deadlocked.
Yes.
Ratchet Deadlocked.
It's just Ratchet.
Yeah. Actually, I haven't played that game in like 10 years now. Probably
Shadow
longer.
of the Colossus. Because they did a fucking
They
full
also
remake
keep remaking that game?
Yeah.
Wait, they don't remake it. They just
They
remaster
did one remake of it.
Yeah.
And the remake's pretty good. But the original, it's pretty much the same game.
The remake's pretty good because it's the same game.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
just
much.
that they made the controllers probably slightly tighter.
The controls are just... Shadow of the Colossus, much like Demon Souls after it, decided on a unique control scheme for that game that had not been used before in any previous game. And the remake of Shadow of the Colossus from whichever year it came out in, 10 years ago, who's to say, decides to use a more traditional control scheme, despite the fact that that kind of goes against what the choice was for.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you use triangle to jump, you use R1 to hold on to shit, you know.
Cool.
Yep.
I hate triangle to jump, though.
Yep. Well, it's supposed to feel weird. It's on purpose.
Get out of here with your meta nonsense.
You mean using the controls to tell the story?
Yes.
Oh. Then get out of here with fucking R1 to hit people, bitch.
Oh my god, get over it.
It's a bad control.
Get over it.
Oh, it's funny when I like it.
R1
you're allowed
to grab
to not
is
like
so
it.
much better.
Yeah, because you're holding on to the edge of a man and you're using your hand. It's like, it feels like you're holding on.
R1 to attack, R1 to a light attack, R2 to heavy attack, L1 to block if you're holding a shield, L2 to do a parry. It's multiple functions, but you can't, like, using the face buttons for other things like dodge is so much better.
You can use the face buttons to attack and dodge. You know, there's 4 of them.
Yes, but it's better this way.
Or it's just intentionally a different choice to separate it from other action games, and then it got popular. And then other people started using it, which is what it was in Demon Souls, Ian. The Xbox Series X was announced. It's going to be $300 American for a lower tech next-gen console. The Series X is going to be $500.
You said Series X twice.
No, I said S.
You know what?
They sound
too
similar.
But I prefer the XX over the XS.
Yeah. You prefer the Xbox Sex instead of the Xbox Says?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were talking about this before. I don't think Nathan's on my side about this, but to me, that's like if the Xbox One is like that's the base console. Then the Xbox One X, what was it? Mm-hmm. That's like the Xbox 1.5, where it's like the mid one they came out with, where it's like it's slightly better and you can get enhanced things. The XS is kind of, to me, is just the same console. It's an Xbox One, but with the ability to play Xbox Series X games.
I would say the Series X is the SP, whereas the Series S is the just regular GBA.
I would say it's like the DS having backwards compatibility, but the DS is like inferior to like the DSi and like later versions of the DS. It's like they're putting out the
DS and the DSi at the same time.
The XS is the console that could have come out, and the Series X would be the Pro version. They're just putting them to come out at the same time.
Yeah. I think it's good. I also think them
I'm fucking muting this group chat. Like
yeah. For right this second, yeah.
Yeah. Though our friends are organizing.
It is as I said before, it is my birthday, and
Nathan's having people over tonight.
Yeah, because I want to hang out with my friends because it feel good.
No one wants to hang out with you though.
And guess what? Yesterday I uninstalled Smash Bros from my Switch so nobody can play it. Fuck them. I'm
just gonna bring my Switch. I'm just gonna bring my Switch. You told me right here. I'm going to just bring my Switch now.
How dare you? On my birthday.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Eat shit.
Anyway, both consoles are going to release on November 10th and launch with Yakuza 7 and no other game.
Yakuza 7 is now the biggest launch title
for Xbox?
Yeah.
2020, man.
Whatever, I got it on
just
PlayStation.
Gonna get it on PS4.
Yeah, I already bought it.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it, yeah.
That's what I mean.
On Schmamazon.
I kind of like how Nintendo does the pre-order thing. You can just place a pre-order, but then like up until
the way they just changed it recently, you mean?
Yeah.
Where it just charges you the week before?
Yeah, I pre-ordered 3 fucking games last night.
Yeah.
But I got charged for one.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I like the way it works.
Sure. Speaking of, Hyrule Warriors, Age of the Calamity is announced. A new Zelda Muso that tells the story of Link and Zelda 100 years before Breath of the Wild releases on November 20th.
Yeah, I can't possibly imagine how this game will end.
It's the Halo Reach of the Zelda franchise.
Except Halo Reach was you playing with a bunch of characters you don't care about.
Oh yeah, except with good combat.
What?
Except with good combat.
I guess, yeah, Muso games don't have the best combat. I hope that they...
No, I mean, because like Muso games are better than Halo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Muso games have great combat. I think it has satisfying combat.
Yeah.
I hope that, but Breath of the Wild had parrying and the perfect dodge system. I hope they bring that into the game somehow.
Who knows, right? Like, it depends on how long they've been working on this.
So parrying is fucking worthless in Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's not even a counter hit. It's literally just like, your move's not going to hit me now. Like, it's dumb. That's all. It doesn't stagger them for that long. Like, dodging to get the flurry rush, it's just a better move.
Last night when me and Ian were playing with our friends at Among Us, we were talking about Breath of the Wild, and I was like, oh, I might actually like this game or whatever.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh yeah, like, Breath of the Wild's okay. And I'm like, it's not even a top 5 Zelda. And you're like, what about a 3D Zelda? And then I was like, it's not even a top 3 3D Zelda, and because there's not very many of them. And then we were like, hold on. Ocarina, Majora, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Breath of the Wild, and then I was like, it's not even in the top 5 3D Zelda games.
Yeah, well, for me, it's in the top 3.
It's in the top 3, but it's not. Yeah. It's not the best.
Mine's like Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time, Skyward Sword.
Wait, Skyward Sword's 4? I thought you liked that game a lot.
Skyward Sword's 5. Ocarina of Time's 4.
Oh, I thought
Majora's Mask is.
I thought you liked Skyward more than Ocarina.
I don't know. I might switch those two up. Skyward Sword is very story heavy, and the gameplay is not great.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's fine, but like the bird controls are fucking annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, like, I think Majora's Mask is very cool, but I've only played a little bit of the game.
I just straight up don't like that game.
I think Majora's cool, better than Ocarina, because I think Ocarina is just kind of meh. Because I think a generic style 3D Zelda, even though obviously like Ocarina did it first, I just feel like Ocarina is worse than Link to the Past because it's basically a remake of that game but less fun, in my opinion. But I feel like Majora and Wind Waker and Twilight Princess all do the same things that Ocarina does, but does them in a more interesting and better way.
Yeah, well, Wind Waker, it's like it's a much more charming world, and the exploration is a lot more open-ended.
And Twilight Princess has a much better story.
Twilight Princess is the best story-driven game and has the most emotion to it. Like, there's emotional things in.
Can we be real?
Ocarina.
Twilight Princess is the best fucking Zelda.
It is, but a lot of people don't like it because it's more story-focused. It's like it's the slowest start.
Yeah,
and also Wolf Link kind of controls like ass sometimes.
Yeah, but he's so cool.
It's cool, yeah.
And Midna and weird digital shit. And
when they changed it to they made it so you could
Zant.
Zant's all right.
Zant's cool. He's got a cool mask.
Zant's like really funny because he's like what is it? He's like a fucking Clash.
Yeah.
Where like you see him the whole time. He's always like big, slow walking man with the mask, and he's like, "I'm imposing. You don't know what I possibly am." And then you take his helmet off, and he's got this little fucking baby head.
Oh yeah.
And then he's going like, "Yeah!" and like whipping his arms around and being like this crazy fucking dumb sounding idiot.
And you fight both Ganon and Ganondorf.
You fight Ganon and Ganondorf in pretty much every Zelda.
Not really.
Except for Wind Waker.
In Wind Waker, you just fight Ganondorf. In Ocarina, you just fight Ganondorf.
No, you fight Ganon.
You fight Ganon like as a monster?
As a man, yeah. You fight you fight Ganondorf and you fight Ganon.
Yeah, in Twilight, right?
No. In Ocarina of Time. It's just that in Twilight, you're thinking of the bull Ganon.
Yeah, I'm talking because Ganon turns
when you fight Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time, you fight him normally, and then
he transforms
into a big pig man. But he's like more like
I didn't realize they had the pig man in that one.
Instead of being like a pig, he looks kind of like an orc, where he's like giant ripped dude with like a dragon tail, but he still has the snout and the horns.
I didn't remember that. I forgot that he does that.
I think one of the coolest versions of Ganondorf and Ganon is in Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course, Twilight Princess. We've already said it a million times
Twilight
before.
Princess is the coolest one. Like the
dual claw shot. Dual claw shot. Hold on.
It's kind of dumb, but I love it.
Yeah.
And it makes
spinner.
The also kind of dumb, but the spinner is like pure stupid because it's useful.
How many Zelda games can you listen to Superman by Goldfinger in? Only Twilight Princess.
Well, you can't listen to it in the game, but you can like hear it.
On my Wii copy, I could.
Fuck off. You played it on Wii as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's the... no, I didn't, obviously, but instead of Project M, it should just be called Project Goldfinger.
Whenever
it just makes it play Gold.
When I played the Twilight Princess HD collection version...
Because it's mirrored.
I played the mirrored version because that's how I remember it.
See, I played it right when it came out, and I didn't replay it ever again. Yeah. So, like, when that game inevitably comes to Switch, it being mirrored will not matter to me.
Yeah, if it's mirrored or it's just that I think that what they did with that one is they made it hero mode by default.
Yeah, no, it's the hard version of that game is the flipped Wii version, and the regular version is GameCube, because the GameCube and the Wii version were like parody, but the like parity, not parody.
Yeah. Because the Link canonically was left-handed, and then because of Twilight Princess, they flipped it and made him right-handed, and then since then he has been right-handed.
I thought only in the Twilight Princess universe.
Skyward Sword as well.
Oh, right. Anytime that you need to do
but
motion
Link
controls.
Is also right-handed in Breath of the Wild. Yeah,
really?
I think so. Let me look up a picture, but I'm pretty sure he is. It's like something they just were like, it makes more sense for him to be right-handed.
Oh, because of the bow and arrow shit.
Yeah.
Because it has more detailed aiming.
Breath of the Wild Link. Yeah, he's right-handed in that.
Dang. Yeah, so I guess every mainline version of Link since Twilight Princess has been right-handed.
Yeah,
but technically Twilight Princess Link, I think, is canonically left-handed. Though.
Yes.
Because the GameCube version is the canon version.
Yeah. So Link used to be left-handed, now he's right-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, wild.
No, we have to have two separate versions.
Yeah.
the GameCube the GameCube version is the one that didn't have a nun slapping his hand every single time he picked something up with the left. But when
Or my dad.
But then in the Twilight God damn. But then in the Twilight Princess version, he had a nun living in the town that would be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, no!" Yeah. Oh, people in my family are left-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my dad is. My dad has like a weird. I think my dad was like
Ambidextrous.
no, he's not for writing, but he does like when he's like his dominant hand is definitely his left hand, but I think he writes with his right hand because of the stuff. But when he goes and plays like golf, he's like swings left-handed. I think I do as well, but that was because I learned from my dad. But I also haven't played golf in a long time because I don't have money.
Blake can't come tonight. I'm so cheesed.
Oh yeah, he's working right now.
Wow, what an asshole.
I know.
What a piece of shit. I can't believe he doesn't like me.
I can't believe he was off for 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hyrule Warriors.
I'm super excited about
really
this
cool.
game.
Looks
I
cool.
really am kind of confused, though, about what the cast is going to be. Like, obviously, it's going to be Link, Zelda, and the 4 champions.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play as Urbosa. Because I just feel like her moveset will... Because what you really want for, like, a character in Hyrule Warriors, like in a Warriors game, is a character that has big AoE moves.
Yeah.
Like, those are the moves you're going to spam. Like, Link has this fucking move. All of Link's moves are like big AoEs, except for his like main combo. But one of the ones he does is just this like, it's like 2 normals and then your finisher, where you shoot out the sword beam, but it goes forever.
Yeah.
And it's big. Or just holding X does his spin.
Well, maybe part of the plot is going to be that it's going to cross over with Hyrule Warriors, like the first one, because that's like that's a portal game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People just come through portals in that one.
Maybe in like a side content thing,
Maybe
because
side
there is
content.
like the adventure modes and shit. It's in both. It's in like every Musou game I've played.
It seems cool though. I'm glad they've like found some kind of actual interesting story to slap on top of like a Musou game.
Because Hyrule Warriors story is just like it's like a weird kind of Ocarina of Time story. Like it just hits the same beats as the most popular Zelda game.
Ocarina, Twilight, Princess,
but
World.
Instead, the Ganondorf of that game is Sia, and she just desperately wants to fuck Link.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing. But this one where it's like
Also,
this is canon is cool.
And then you can also, but then the thing in that one is that when you finish you finish like Link's campaign and then you like lose that mission.
Yeah.
But then you go and you play as Ganondorf.
Sick.
Because Ganondorf is a character in that, and he uses like 2 great swords. His moves are fucking cool.
Yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah. Who else is good? Like this Hyrule, like Musou games always have like a big cast with like interesting movesets. So I wonder if they're going to go beyond like the characters. Like you're gonna have Link, you're gonna have the champions, you're gonna have Zelda. Are we gonna be playing as like the Ganons though? Like the bosses of the ancient weapons.
You know what I think?
As characters, that could be interesting.
You know what I think we would have? Probably Impa.
Impa, yeah.
Probably Impa playable.
Because there's a shot in the trailer where Link is like hanging out next to Impa.
Sick. Zelda, obviously.
Not playing as Sidon.
No, because he's dead. He's not alive.
He's a baby.
Yet.
No, he's alive. He's a baby though.
I thought it was wait, he's like 100? Because isn't 100?
No, he's over 100. Yeah.
Damn, he doesn't look a day over 20.
In the Ballad of Champions DLC, actually, can I mind if I just play it? Because it's really cute. He like baby Sidon is the cutest thing in the world.
Okay.
And then he grows up to be a Chad.
Keyboard's not on.
Fuck. I was flowing there.
Yeah.
I cleaned my keyboard yesterday on my computer. I didn't think it was that dirty. God damn, it was filthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? You know what's the thing?
Don't put a video. Like just take a real quick.
I'm just gonna go to images.
Yeah, go to images because we need to move on because there's a lot of shit.
Yeah, there he is in the background there, tiny boy.
He's the oh yeah, I see the second person.
Yeah. God damn! Look at her Bosa there.
Damn.
I think
I love Falco.
The start of that game is definitely going to be like picking up the champions.
Yeah, I think the start of that game will probably make you do training.
I don't know, because maybe... There he is.
Oh, man, he very small.
Yeah, he very small boy. Mifa's also, like, over 100, though. Like, she's super old. Oh, yeah. Jeez, you can see her. Because Mifa's short. I think she's shorter than Zelda. And, like, side on is, like, 8 feet tall.
She's crouching.
No, I know. But look at, you know how the fucking
She got
Zora.
tiny leg.
Yeah, Zora's got... but, like, look at...
This bitch is, like, half torso, honestly.
Oh, they're, like, 90% torso. If you're into chicks with long torsos... The fish people in Breath of the Wild are for you. I feel like we can move on in a second, but I feel like the guy who like designed Mifa was like, man, I want to fuck the fish people from Ocarina of Time, but I hate Ruto. She's such a bitch.
People love Ruto though.
I don't like her, but like they
People
were like
love her.
Fish people, but more fishy.
Yeah,
I like the fish people design. Maybe they'll do some time travel shit at the end where you can play as like the future champions or something.
they'll probably do that.
Yeah,
Motorcycle.
Because Link has multiple weapons in Hyrule Warriors, maybe one of them is you can fight on horseback.
It's too bad in Breath of the Wild that you don't really get any like items in the same way. You know?
I hope in Breath of the Wild 2, instead of it's you get items that break, it's that you get like one weapon of each type. Like a sword, a great sword, a spear, maybe the boomerang weapon, like maybe a short sword, but like they don't break, but they can like you make them stronger. Mm-hmm. Like in Skyward Sword, you could actually,
but I think
Skyward Sword was the first one to do breakable weapons.
I think they'll keep the survival shit.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think they wouldn't. I truly
maybe repairable weapons.
Truly, I think that Breath of the Wild 2 will be very similar.
It's the one thing I don't like in Breath of the Wild. In my opinion, I know we have different takes on this. Like,
there's a lot of things I don't like about that game. Yeah, the breakable weapons suck.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, my wish is that the combat would be actually good this time.
The combat is good.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Ubisoft, however you're supposed to say it.
I kind of watched this in the background.
A company teeming with harassment and assault allegations put out their own Nintendo Direct-esque thing, and their vague apology was not included as part of the Direct. Exciting.
Ubisoft's like a fucking 10,000 person company. Like,
yep,
there's too many people.
There are exactly 4 things in this thing that matter to me as somebody who writes things down, and they are: Gods and Monsters has been downgraded to a somehow more original and more generic name at the same time.
Phoenix Rising.
Immortals, Phoenix Rising, with Phoenix spelled the most wrong you could.
Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War. F-E-N-I-X.
It's N-Y-X. F-E-N-Y-X.
I think the N-Y-X is better.
Is better than Marcus Phoenix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this game looks fun.
It's just a Breath of the Wild.
Did you watch the fucking Inside Gaming thing when like the
demo they did?
No, they like streamed the Ubisoft thing.
No, I didn't.
That's like exactly what they said as well. I don't know. I think this game looks cute and interesting.
It's just a Breath of the Wild clone. I saw some gameplay and I'm like,
every
cool.
Ubisoft game's a Breath of the Wild clone.
No. But this is like literally
Breath of the Wild took things from the original
thing.
Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
And now they're just making it, and then Ubisoft is like taking back what Nintendo took. I don't know. I think this game's interesting. I'd like to see more.
Gods and Monsters was an infinitely better title that tells you it's about Greek mythology because it's a classic name of things from Greek mythology.
Yeah.
And yes, other things have used the title Gods and Monsters, but it all comes from fucking Greek mythology, bitch. Anyway, you apparently now the character that you play as is not a young boy. It's not a young boy adventure. You're now an adult and you have character creation.
And yeah, but they keep showing up off a girl as the main focus.
You can be a girl or a boy.
Whoa! Or you can be blue or green.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's gonna be a very basic character creator, but they're like, look, you can be like a Titan.
Yeah, the game here's the thing. This is like the second thing we've learned about the game. And now we know it's got a worse title. The main character and story has become much more generic.
Yeah, the main character is not going to have a personality.
Yeah,
they're going
like,
to be faceless and
The
not
first
talk.
trailer we saw is like, we've made the main character. He's like a fucking young boy adventurer.
A young Greek boy who's probably too white to actually be Greek.
Yeah, but whatever. It's a young boy adventurer.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, cool. We've stripped all of the character away from this.
But then they were like, but then look, we tried to make the cutscenes look funnier or cuter, where like things like, oh, look, it's nonsense. And I was like, all right.
Well, that was in the original trailer.
Yeah, but let's see how they do it, actually. I don't know. I'll probably play this game.
I probably won't, because it looks not fun or interesting.
That's fine.
And it
That's
comes
fine.
out within a few weeks of Cyberpunk and Yakuza.
Oh, okay. Yakuza got me.
Yeah, like...
Then I'll probably pick it
and
up on a later
Spider-Man.
date.
Sorry, Spider-Man, Yakuza, and Cyberpunk all come out around the same time.
Spider-Man's not fucking delayed yet?
No?
Okay, cool.
It's a launch title for fucking PS5. And now that Halo's delayed, they're not going to delay this because they're like, we're just going to fucking win.
Well, that depends on the price. They literally kind of have to come out with the same price tomorrow.
Straight up, even
on
if the
Wednesday.
PS5 was $100 more, people want Spider-Man more than they want nothing.
More than they want Yakuza.
Yakuza will be playable on the PS5, just less good. It'll be backwards compatible.
Yeah, so whatever. Who
Yeah,
cares?
like it's straight up like...
Also, I don't need fucking 4K Yakuza. Like, I don't care.
I mean, I'd like it.
I don't
Or
need it.
honestly-
you don't have a 4K TV. You don't need it.
Sorry, not 4K. Just a good frame rate.
Oh, yeah. 60 frames is what I'd like.
Yeah.
But also, it's not a combat
Do you remember
game.
when Yakuza games were in 60 frames?
No.
Kiwami 1 was the last time that a
Kiwami
Yakuza
1,
game ran at
0.
60.
Yeah,
Because those games were PS3 games, but they came out here on the PS4.
Yeah, so the PS4 had more power to give it more frames, but then they made the Dragon engine, which can, in the first game, it said, hardly make 30.
It struggles to get 10.
Yeah, I didn't have that
Sorry,
many issues.
it trouble-
I was on a PS4 Pro.
PS4
though.
Pro.
Yeah.
Mine was like, oh, wow. I love being able to count the...
Kiwami 2, I was at a steady 30.
Yeah, Kiwami 2 is pretty steady. Like, it'll sometimes dip to 25, but...
It
like,
depends on, like, how fast you're moving your character
Yeah.
and, like, if you, like,
If you
just
run
got to the
through,
side.
like, 4 doors in a row...
If you're running through Sotenbori and kicking all the bicycles over,
Yeah.
then, yeah, it's gonna
the
get
game's
bad.
like... Your PlayStation makes that noise where it's like...
Yeah. Judgment felt better than 30, but I know it's not 60.
Yeah, no, it's Judgment hangs at a really solid 30, sometimes like maybe 35.
Judgment has like a lot of particle effects, and that's the more impressive part.
The thing with Judgment is they downgraded the textures to make the frame rate better.
Yeah, and I think it looks great.
It still looks great.
I noticed the environment does look worse, but also Yakuza just doesn't hit the same when you're playing during the day, and I feel like a lot of Judgment happened during the day.
Yeah, but the skateboarding...
I wish you did that more than once.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
It's all in a cutscene. It's just fucking QTEs, but it's awesome.
Oh, but then you get to go for a bit off of it if you don't crash. But then as soon as you crash, it's like it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving forward, we got fucking... The reason why I'm trying to make this go happen is because in an hour I have to do a family thing for my birthday.
Oh, cool.
But moving forward, we got Prince of Persia. Got its first taste of the spotlight since 2008. Or sorry, 2010. I forgot about the movie and the movie tie-in game.
Yeah.
Since 2010 or 11, with a complete remake of 2003's Sands of Time. Too bad the character models look like that.
Because it's an alpha.
If the game comes out in January.
Yeah, but that's all alpha footage they're showing. So what
They say that, but they said in an interview that it's an all art style, but that's not. It looks ugly as fuck.
Okay, well, it just says alpha on everything, so I'll just...
But everything says
They
that.
could have made the fucking trailer a long time ago, and then they're like, we just have newer stuff, or maybe they haven't gotten to that part. Like, they just probably wanted to have it all look consistently the same, instead of it being like alpha, beta, finished, like shit.
It looks really bad.
Whatever, who cares? It's a fucking remake.
It looks way worse.
I'm sorry,
than
are
the
you a
PS2
slut for
version.
graphics? I thought you were
Ian,
more about
that's
story.
the only point of a remake. I can play the original game on my PC
There is
right now.
so much
I own it.
more to that. Like,
What?
graphics isn't the only reason why to remake it. Tighter controls is a better reason.
2003
to remake the game.
Sands of Time has tight as fuck control.
I don't think so.
When was the
I
last
haven't
time
played
you played
it.
it? Yeah, okay.
But like
it's got great controls.
all old game controls, there's just something slightly off. They're just not as good as modern controls.
See, I don't love modern controls.
I do. That's
Okay.
about it.
I don't.
What if in the remake they put attack to R1? It's a remake.
Continue to not buy the fucking game.
It's a straight remake, but
like,
you got to use the same control scheme.
Come on, the point of a remake is like, this isn't a fucking Resident Evil style remake. This is a fucking Crash Bandicoot style remake. The literal only thing you need to change is the fucking visuals, and the visuals look worse.
It's a remake, not a Kiwami, as we established a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like RE2, Kiwami.
The RE3, Kiwami, but worse.
Yeah. Kiwami 2.
I guess, but Kiwami 2 still, it removes one section that was like a fucking street.
And
that
so does RE3.
No one can. I think the clock tower was a bigger segment. They also removed an entire part of Nemesis.
Yeah, a bigger segment of a shorter game,
Yeah.
But
where in Yakuza, they removed a small segment of a very long game and then added in 2 mini games, a shitty side story that no one wants to do.
I mean, it's not that
and
shitty,
a bunch of fucking sub-stories.
Yeah. And new graphics.
It's just bad because when you first play it, when you play Kiwami 2 for the first time and you don't know about 5, it's like, oh, okay, that's fine. But then you go and play 5 and you're like, what?
Oh, the side story? Yeah. Where it's like, hold on. Because I did spoil that for you after you played Kiwami 2, because I was like...
That he got married afterwards.
In between 0 and fucking
He had a wife. Story. He moved on. He left his wife because she had ambitions for the future. And he was
he still loved her, clearly. Like, he's
he was very bummed when stuff happens.
Anyway, this isn't a remaster. It's a full remake, but gosh dang. Looks not great.
Okay.
But I will just play the original because the original is fine.
That's fine.
It works great.
You didn't have
and
to put the story in just to dunk on it.
I will, because I would have been excited if this looked good, and it doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Whatever, fine, go on.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is getting ported after coming out 10 years ago and then being delisted 8 years ago due to Ubisoft not wanting to pay the copyright for the IP and the music. Public pressure has led the game to be re-releasing this holiday. We know this is only coming out due to a tweet from the creator of the comic on August 11th of this year.
Yeah.
So that's how little. They're like, by December the game's gonna fucking come out.
I saw people talking shit, being like, "Oh, whatever, none of you guys can stream this game anyways. Like, you can't make content on it because it's Anamanaguchi will fucking pull all your shit for copyright." And they just tweeted back, and they were like, "That we won't do that."
Yeah. Also, that's the only reason to buy games is to stream them, right? Not because they're good.
Not because it's a good game. You know, YouTubers and content creators can't take a fucking one night off to just play the game themselves.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
A great game that's really fun.
That's fucking like Call of Duty people.
Although I read a great tweet that was like, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the movie and comic, is about a guy who's shitty to women who learns to be better. And Ubisoft's game ignores that part of the story. Very much like Ubisoft.
Fuck you, Ubisoft.
Hell yeah.
Fix your company.
And finally, for the last thing from Ubisoft Forward, you can play as Aiden Pierce's iconic hat in Watch Dogs 3.
Did you say iconic hat?
Yeah. Do you remember that?
No.
One of the bonuses, the pre-order bonus, not pre-order, the collector's edition bonus for Watch Dogs 1 is Aiden Pierce's iconic hat.
Man,
the hat that he wears, that's iconic.
Straight up don't care about this game.
Yeah.
I like
also,
Watch
why
Dogs
is that why is that an announcement? Aiden Pierce is in every Watch Dogs game.
He's not really in Watch Dogs 2. He's like a voice.
He's a voice, and he's got an entire side mission.
But he's just a voice. I don't think you see him.
No, you see him.
Oh, I did it. I just can't remember it.
Yeah. Oh, the game came out 4 years ago.
Yeah, and also I don't know. I kind of went through that game very blindly.
Yeah, Watch Dogs 3, I think I think that game looks pretty cool. Like, I saw some gameplay of it. It looks really fun.
I don't like this character and shit they're doing.
The Legion thing.
Yeah, I'd rather just be like, if you really wanted it to be me, just be a faceless person in it. Let me just make a character.
Watch Dogs 2 is just better Assassin's Creed because it takes place in the modern day.
And and narratively, you're not supposed to be assassinating and killing people.
Yeah, we're hackers, and also it does take place in the same universe. But
also it's just it's so funny every fucking time you're playing assassins. You're playing through this, and you're the fucking social media chick who's a tagger. She's like, it's our message is about peace and respecting our freedoms and sort of thing. And then you're like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go shoot a fucking security guard making minimum wage in the face.
I mean, he's the face of the corrupt system. Maybe don't work for CTOS if you don't want to get killed.
Maybe they don't fucking know. They're dumb.
Don't be a cop if you're not ready to die in the line of duty. Oops.
Whatever. But like, it's conflicting messages and stuff. I wish there was a bonus, or they made it like a little better to play through that game without killing people. But it's straight up like it's annoying to not just kill people.
It's pretty much the same, honestly. It's just that they have slightly less range. Your melee attacks aren't lethal, at least
they aren't. But people still wake up
in Watch
too
Dogs
fast.
1, you can only go lethal.
Yeah.
Which is one of the 5,000 things about that game that is disappointing. But Watch Dogs 2, your melee attack is non-lethal.
But using the taser and the melee attack,
and a lot of the grenades are non-lethal.
But you take people down, but then they get back up. Like if you don't finish the objective fast enough, and I feel like it's
if you
very
melee
short.
attack them while they're on the ground, they're permanent unconscious.
Oh damn it! Whatever. I just think it's
yeah.
It's dumb.
I like at this point, like I'm like Watch Dogs 2 because Watch Dogs 1 is like just okay.
I think it could have been cool if they had more lethal options that wasn't just melee and shooting them with the taser gun.
You mean
like,
more non-lethal guns?
That's what I meant. Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Like what if they had like a fucking tranquilizer dart like rifle that's like you only had a certain amount of shots and you had to like go get them refilled at your base or something.
Yeah.
Or just like, stuff. Like more reasonable things.
Here's a quick question.
They'd all be like single shot, but
yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Here's a cool thing for that world would be to be able to make non-lethal single shot 3D printed weapons that only have the single shot, like regular 3D printed weapons.
Yeah, they have, but like they were like it's like a trank dart in them or something.
Not
or
necessarily like
a fucking rubber
dart.
bullet.
Yeah, but like a rubber bullet.
Well, the rubber bullet.
There's nothing. By the way, there's nothing immoral about shooting a security guard with a rubber bullet.
Oh, nothing. Yeah.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
Don't hit them in the face though. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't. You're not supposed to shoot rubber bullets at
hit them in
someone's
the
face.
neck.
Also, not supposed to do that. You're actually supposed to shoot them at people's feet.
Sure.
Yeah. It's made to stop a rampaging mob. It's not made.
But yeah,
to
this
shoot
one takes
at
place
people
in
who are
London,
standing
so
still.
there's probably not going to be any lethal guns.
I don't know.
Or it might be like Sleeping Dogs, where like you get it in the last third of the game.
No, they're going to give you guns because it's Ubisoft and they're too fucking lazy to come up with a better concept.
Well, I'm just saying you're probably going to have like non-lethals weapons mostly.
That's fine.
Yeah, honestly, the game looks cool. I'll probably check it out. It looks fun. Ubisoft sucks. Watch Dogs 2 is good though.
I just have no interest. That's about it.
But Ian, Watch Dogs 3 is about everybody rising up to overthrow a corrupt regime that takes advantage of people.
And
it's just a good story.
I'd rather play a game that tries to actually do something better instead of just being government bad. Why are they bad? Ooh.
Fascism. That's why. They're bad because it's a police state.
Yeah, well, I just don't care.
It's legitimately a good type of story. I
just don't care.
Anyway, moving on.
I liked Watch Dogs 2 because it was fun and silly, and then they're just, but then also like have a story that's like.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to do both as well.
I just don't.
You can play as an old lady, Ian. What's funnier?
That's very rare. I don't know. I just don't like the Legion aspect of it.
Okay, but you can play as an old lady.
I want to make my
Will you
OC.
play as an
That's
old
the
lady?
Important one.
Will you play as an old lady?
No, I'm not going to play at all.
Oh.
I'm just not going to
get the game?
No.
Straight up?
I'm not going to pay $80 for something I don't really want to play.
I want to play it, but even though the Legion aspect isn't the most exciting aspect of it, I still think the rest of it looks really fun.
I don't think the rest of it looks really fun.
Oh. We watched that Funhouse video of them playing it. I thought it looked real fun. Whatever. Yeah. Finally, this is something I think we can both be excited about. Square Enix announced that the Nier series has its own special at TGS this year. It's going to be on September 24th, and it's titled the We Have a Decent Amount of New Info special.
It's another raid for Final Fantasy XIV.
No, there's going to be...
It's probably about the remake.
Yeah, the Nier...
Gestalt? Or whatever?
No, it's Replicant that's getting remade, where you play as the Bishy boy, not the dad. But yeah, the Nier Replicant version 1.22, blah, blah, blah. And Nier Automata news is going to come out, which probably means Switch port.
Maybe.
And some news about Reincarnation, which is the mobile game, but like it looks like a real game. It doesn't look like a mobile game. And that's all the news that I have.
Yay. News was bad. I hated all of it.
Really? Even
Yeah.
Hyrule Warriors?
No, bad.
Even Nier?
Hate it.
Even the fact that it's got a Yoko Taro-esque title?
Bad.
Though we have a decent amount of new info
I
special.
hate it.
You hate it?
I hate it so much.
I love it.
It's all right. I'm fine.
I love that name. And Scotty P coming back is a good... That game's great.
Who?
Scotty
Scott
P.
Pilgrim, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't delist it after like 6 months.
They will, but if you buy it, you have it. Just make sure not to delete it, like PT.
Yeah.
Which means I'm going to definitely buy whatever limited run or I am 8-bit physical version it comes out of, because then I'll own it forever.
Okay.
What?
I don't know. You know my position on that.
Yeah, but what if it's content that goes away and you paid money for it and then you don't get to have it unless you just keep it downloaded forever?
Eh.
What do you mean, Did you just waste your money?
Why? I still got to play it.
Yeah, but then you can't come back and play it.
Okay. But I got to play it when I first got it. I don't believe, and I
don't believe in going back and playing games I already own.
I'm
Only buy
playing
new.
Wild right now.
Only buy brand new
No,
games.
I just like things will go away, discs deteriorate and break. Like
Yeah, but
you're
they-
gonna lose it in some way.
Yeah.
If they're delisting it off the store, whatever. If I still have it on my PlayStation, I still have it.
Yeah, but if I keep it clean and in the original box of a disc,
Discs deteriorate.
they do. But disc rot is a real thing that exists. But if you take good care of it, it takes longer to fuck up.
Cool. But after like, I just other than games where they actually take it off and it goes away forever.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't care. I just don't care. I have the game now when I want to play it. If they take it off in 10 years, fuck it.
But the problem is, you paid money for it and now you can't fucking access it.
And I paid money for a car I used to drive and I can't access that anymore because
But you sold it.
I scrapped it actually.
For scrap. You sold it for scrap. It's not your car anymore.
And
If
I sold it because I couldn't use it anymore.
Come
Things go
on.
away. No matter what you're buying, you're not going to have it forever.
Yeah, but you can have it be done on your terms or on some other dumb motherfucker who doesn't want to pay for copyright bullshit's term. Whose terms would you rather have it on?
Why did they have to pay for copyright stuff?
Because
Like,
they
already had
didn't.
it.
Because they didn't have it. It wasn't a forever contract because they didn't want to spend a lot of money on it. That's why it was like a $15 indie title,
That's dumb.
right? They just didn't want to pay the money.
I just don't. Have your physical games, whatever.
I'm just saying, like, dude, the game came out in 2010, and people who paid money for it but took it off their hard drive so that it wasn't taking up space because the base PS3 had a 60 gigabyte hard drive, and the fucking base Xbox
How
I think
big
had
was
like
that
a
game?
5 one, huh?
How big was Scott Pilgrim?
I think it was like 300 megabytes. But you know, people fucking clear shit off forever. And then if you cleared it off before 2012, even if you paid for the game, you couldn't re-download it.
Okay,
It's just gone
fine,
forever, and
sure.
your money's wasted.
For this game, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm
fine.
saying. Like
For
I
Scott
would,
Pilgrim, that's fine.
yeah, that's why I'm saying
For
I would
small
probably
games that are actually on the disc or cartridge that you buy it on, sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, for this one, I would buy physical just in case they fuck everybody over again and
Okay.
take their money, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I don't know why we had to have an argument about it.
I don't know why you had to have an argument about it.
Because you were like, you know what? It's not a bad thing. It's good. Games shouldn't exist after 2 years.
That's not what I was saying.
Yeah, you kind of were. But
No,
sure.
it's not what
Let's move forward. We're on the weeks, baby. What'd we do?
My
Ian?
week, I had an argument with Nathan that was really stupid, and I shouldn't have even bothered.
Yeah. We recently on this podcast learned Ian's fucking stupid.
Okay, now you're being
No,
mean.
I'm just being mean. I'm just being an asshole. No, but weeks. Not a lot of exciting shit for me, gang.
Oh, what the fuck did I say? Actually, you know what? Do you know what that stemmed from? Actually,
What?
I was on a Facebook, in one of my Facebook groups. Someone, they ordered. Fuck off! I just muted it. Oh, that was a different group chat.
That'll do that.
Yeah, it was Chris asking if anyone wants to play the game right now.
We will.
Oh no, I have to go home and I got stuff to do.
I got other stuff to do.
So
let's hurry up. What'd you do this weekend?
nothing. Okay, so the thing I saw,
Yeah.
I don't have a lot for my week, so this is just going to be a part of it. Is someone complaining that they pre-ordered Super Mario, like the 3D collection,
Yeah.
for on Amazon, like a physical version,
Yeah.
and that Amazon they had it originally. They had it. You will get it on the date.
Yeah.
Which Amazon never fucking does. Mm-hmm. And then the thing went away. Like, they just took away the release date because Amazon's a piece of shit company and will do that to you.
Yeah.
But if you're, like, that upset, what are you getting? It's just go... Actually, you know what?
Nothing wrong with being cheesed if you were told one thing and then got something else, but there's an amount of cheese that is okay.
But if you, like,
you know
really
what I mean?
want the game that fast and you can't wait to get your copy of it,
get it digital.
Get it digital. That's
or or go to a fucking in-person place to get it.
Yeah,
because anything where you rely on a warehouse and a shipping company to get it to you has multiple places of failure.
Go to your local fucking GameStop because they won't.
Don't go to GameStop, but go to your local game store that is independent.
If you have one. Going to GameStop is the same as going to Amazon pretty much.
Yeah.
But at least GameStop will say, this is how many copies are coming to this location.
Yeah.
Or how many, or we will have a maximum that we will pre-order. Like
you can call them on the phone at that local store and say, how many copies of thing do you have? And they can tell you if they have them.
Yeah.
And then you can say, can you hold on to one for me? I will be there in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, yes.
Or go there like run in, mask on.
The reason why people get from Amazon, the reason why I pre-ordered from Amazon for a really long time is because
they had like a 10%
they
off.
used to have it really good. Well, yeah, 10% off.
And
thing.
then also the game
pre-order
would show
price
up
guarantee
on the day or like the day before.
Usually on the day. And one time, and this is why like I kept with it for a long time. You know the fucking Uncharted trilogy remaster? Ian?
Yes.
I got that on the Tuesday when the game released on the Friday.
Nice. See, they used to do that, but then I think Amazon probably
they got better
trouble.
at doing it. Yeah.
They probably were like people were like, you're breaking street date too much.
Yeah.
Like that fucking game store Chris goes.
The game store Chris goes to break street date all the fucking time.
Game. Yeah.
Wild. I might start going there because they break street dates so much.
I just don't care about physical games. But like, I kind of get. I guess I get the
to,
Mario thing
like
of wanting
it.
a physical edition because they straight up said the game's not going to exist in like 6 months, which is dumb.
I pre-ordered it digital because I figured it'd just be really hard to chase them down, and the digital pre-order went up before the fucking physical.
Yeah.
So I was like, don't want to have to chase this thing down. It's going to be rare also, immediately because fuck Nintendo.
I think Nintendo said is if you own the game.
Mm-hmm.
You can re-download it as long as the store's there.
Oh, yeah. The thing that Nintendo's probably going to do is that it's going to be a collection for $80.
I think,
and then,
well, it is. It's $83.
Yeah, I know. It's $80. Well, it's $80 plus tax. But I think what they're going to do is on March 31st, it's going to go up as 3 separate games, and they're going to be 30 each so they can make it more of a mint on them.
40 each.
30 or 40 each.
Or you know what they could do?
Yeah.
Then you lose it from March to next September, and then on September 18th it goes up for sale again, so you can buy it again. It's like they just kind of like take the game off and put it back on so they can increase their quarters.
Yeah, maybe.
Is September the beginning of a quarter or an end of a quarter?
Probably beginning, and I think it's September to March is the quarter.
Yeah. So they could be like use this as like a timed exclusivity thing to like bump up sales.
Yeah, because they're doing this and Hyrule Warriors.
Hyrule Warriors is in November.
Yeah, but it's same quarter because it's September to March or whatever, or it's 2 quarters.
A phone call.
Hello.
Spam.
Fucking bullshit call.
Yeah.
Or the wrong number. One or the other. And who's to say?
Well, if it's a robot, regardless.
No, it was a man.
Oh. They always call me and be like, do you need your ducts cleaned? I'm like, I don't own a home. Goodbye. Yeah, so anyway.
He is calling me again. And I'm just going to decline.
Yeah.
Because he's got the wrong number and I don't know who he is.
And I'm not going to explain it to
I don't care. I don't care to talk about it.
Yeah.
He can figure it the fuck out. Where Where was I? Right, the quarters or whatever, half a year. Who's to say? I don't know. Them putting this out is clear that they want to fucking boost sales because I think they don't have a lot until the second half of next year.
Yeah. We're also have 0 new Smash characters. We were supposed to get 6 this year.
No, they said they would all come out by 2022.
I swear when they came out, they were like, yep, this year.
No, they were like, the first one's coming out the same year as this last character did.
Okay. So then
we're probably going to get
3 a year.
They're probably going to
3
get
this year, 3 next year.
We'll probably get one more by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Probably by December because that's when Smash came out.
Maybe
right? It'll be like 3 years in December, won't it?
Maybe
2 years?
Hyrule rep.
Because of Hyrule Warriors?
Yeah, the only possible character I could think of that would be like kind of unique would be
Falco.
Like, fuck you. No, I was gonna say like
Birdo.
Taruk. The Goron?
Yeah?
Yeah, I think he could be like the only one that they would.
I would like it to be one of the bird people.
Well, it's Falco with a bow.
Yeah, but
actually it's replaced Falco's entire moveset
with Lynx.
With a fucking, except his neutral B, and is now a fucking bow.
Isn't Link's neutral B already a bow?
No, because the character is Falco. The guy.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
He would just be Falco, but his neutral B, instead of being the gun that stuns, it would be Link's bow. And the down B would still be some sort of reflector, but it would be different.
It would be a sword reflect, right? Didn't he have a weapon?
He has like a little dagger.
Yeah.
Well, they say it's a long sword, like a short sword, like how the rest of the swords are, but it's a dagger. It literally looks like a dagger.
I mean, a dagger is just a short sword. Really, a knife is just a short sword.
Yeah, I have like a bunch of knives, swords in my house. I use them to cut up steaks.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
All right, so this week, let's blaze through it. We played more Tony Hawk, I assume.
I'm kind of done with it.
I finished all the levels. There's so many challenges left to do. Not all of them are fun to do, but I've been playing online, and that's pretty fun.
Yeah, I don't. Were you doing like the rank stuff where you could like do like the speedrun stuff? Because I think that's
I was
kinda
doing
fun.
the speedrun stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of annoying. I was doing the school levels, and it's like wall ride the bells, and I'm like, I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the speedruns are more fun than others, but
like
I haven't done
Foundry and Factory or whatever the fuck.
Hangar.
Yeah.
Hangar's fun as hell.
Warehouse and Hangar.
Warehouse and Hangar.
Yeah, those are like the fun ones. I don't want to do them all though. But like, I think a problem I have with this game is it's like in the old Tony Hawk games, it was like you played through with a character, and then that was their story done, and then each character in the game had their own individual runs. But instead, it's like I finished all the objectives in the maps.
You're just trying to get the stat points for every character.
Yeah, that's all it is. Where it's like I'd rather just you give me the objectives and make me play again.
I don't know if that's how it actually worked before. I think that was just 3 that did that.
Well, then I prefer it the way they did it in 3, but also the original games didn't have spine transfers, hip transfers, or reverts.
Yeah.
Or like a bunch of the similar
spine transfers were in 4.
I think lips weren't a thing until 2.
Huh? Lip tricks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we're pick and choosing already. Just like I would have preferred the game to be the other way.
Yeah, whatever. They'll I'd love to see them add 3 as DLC or do a 3 and 4 pack separately. I'm happy with either.
Yeah, but I don't
the game is still very good and I'm happy to have it.
Yeah.
And especially because it wasn't even a full price game. It's like $10, $20 less.
Like
I don't
$40.
remember. Yeah.
So like 30 less in Canada.
So, for that price, for the quality of what we got and the new, and like it looks nice, it plays perfect.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely happy with it. I think it's dumb you can't pick what game mode and map you are online and it just picks them for you.
Just matchmaking. They just don't want to have. They want
No, but it's just like
people to have equal opportunity to play.
Yeah, the problem is it's like do 5 different game types on Warehouse, and I'm like, this level's not fun enough to play 5 times in a row.
Yeah, Warehouse is very bare bones.
Yeah.
And
then eventually it gets to like playing the game type I like the most, and it's like play graffiti on Roswell, and I'm like, oh, sick.
That's cool.
Yeah, but like it just takes forever to get what I like.
Yeah, I played through the game. I had my fun. I kind of wish I could just play through the game again without having to like delete my whole shit.
Yeah. Just do the speedruns, honestly.
I will, but it's just
I like the speedruns more than the single session type things.
But to me, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Because it's one session that lasts as long as you want it to.
I prefer that.
I don't. Though.
Okay.
Like I just I like the way it works. I like the constricting. I want to see how many I can do within that 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Which I guess I can still do with speedruns by just timing myself on
And
2 minutes.
restarting.
Yeah.
But some of them are legitimately impossible to do all of them in 2 minutes.
I don't know. It's just, well, it's not legitimately impossible because speedruns of the game exist.
Sorry, like legitimately impossible if you're not one of 18 people on this planet.
Yeah, so.
But yeah. And then together, if you want my opinion on Avengers, I'm still partway through it. I haven't touched it that much this week. I got to the part where side missions start happening, but it doesn't give you as many and as much to do as like when the beta does it.
Yeah.
But there's still a significant amount. Some of them are story based. I got to the part where you finally get Iron Man back, and Iron Man's story in that is really good. Like honestly, Troy Bakes' Hulk is great. You know, Nolan North as Iron Man's great. Kamal Khan's obviously
cool.
awesome.
You can't separate those two.
Yep, they're great. I did play like an hour or so of a game that I own for free. It's a game called Neo 1. Yeah.
How'd you feel?
It's good. I'm kind of at this part where
Neo one of the ones where they actually let you use the face buttons for attacks.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it. So the thing that I hate the most about Dark Souls is the control scheme, it turns out, not the difficulty nor the gameplay style.
So
really
if you got
mostly the
DS
control
fix
scheme.
for like the original Dark Souls, actually I think you can just do a full remap in the remaster.
I might. I think there's other things about Dark Souls that I don't like. What I like about Neo is even when you're using really heavy weapons, you're still fast.
Yeah, Neo's a very speedy game.
Yeah.
I think my big problem with
you can do
Neo,
fucking Yakuza
well, I
dodges
beat
in Neo.
It's just that they put way too much focus on the leveling and your gear.
Yeah, it's a lot of gear pickup stuff.
And it's a lot. At least they have like a mass scrap thing.
Yeah.
Like you can, and also you can hold like 1,000 pieces of gear. It's a lot.
I'm only like an hour or so in.
Yeah.
But
I think that game's
It's
pretty
fun.
Also, you can fight that black dude, that black samurai.
Oh, Yasuke? Yeah.
Neo 1 is definitely more fun than Neo 2, because Neo 2 is like, hey, were you a god at Neo 1? Yeah? Have fucking at it. And I'm like, ah.
You weren't good enough to be good at the second one?
Oh, no, it's just I was so far removed from playing Neo 1 that I fucking forgot how to play. Like the intricacies and stuff. Just
because it came out like 2.5 years later.
Neo 1 also has like weird stuff about it where like if you hit a demon's head, their stamina bar will go down, but like it's
and you can pop stamina if you
I
time
love
it
that.
right.
That's like the best
Such
part.
a fun thing.
And also you can get one where you can do, if you do a dodge, like a quick step, it will refill it as well.
Sick.
Yeah, that's like the really cool thing in it. But like some of the weapons straight up suck.
I'm
fighting some enemies straight up his ass.
I'm playing as a focus on axes and swords because they're fun.
Axes and swords are the coolest. It's just that I find it hard to get away from using katanas only.
I have a big axe and a big hammer, which kind of is just an axe.
It's in the same tree.
Yeah.
So Neo 1's fun.
Neo 1's fun.
I think it's a better game than Neo 2. Neo 2 is just superior in they added more to like you can pop devil trigger. Stance. Yeah, your devil trigger in Neo 2.
I keep forgetting to pop the fucking triangle circle button thing.
That's the devil trigger, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. It's like it is a power up because like there's this part I keep getting to and I keep forgetting to pop it, but it's like 3 enemies are just right there and you can't make them leave each other, and so like I keep getting bopped even though I'm trying to dodge because they're all attacking me at once.
Yeah. Neo 1, it's just your character has your like little spirit friend come out and it like powers up your sword. Neo 2, you turn into like an Oni.
Yeah. I really honestly Neo
forms.
1 and the story seems interesting too. Like it's
Neo 1's?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Because they made you a character.
Yeah.
You play as a British guy.
You play as an Irishman.
Welsh actually. I think he's Welsh.
The Wikipedia said he's Irish.
Whatever.
The real man who lived in the real world that you play as in this video game.
All right, so you play as this man who hails from some part of the UK or Northern Ireland.
So the regular Ireland.
Northern Ireland is the UK one. Right?
Northern Ireland is UK. Ireland is the real one.
Okay, so he's either Irish or UK-ish. And I'm sure people who are not in part of the British people are like, how dare you call us that?
He plays an Irishman who's arrested by the British because the British are evil in this video game.
My fucking favorite thing
Yeah.
in that game. I don't know if you've gotten to this. I think it comes up the first time when you meet Hanzo.
Okay. I haven't met him.
He's like at the very beginning. So have you left England yet? Have
Yes.
you gone to Japan?
Yes.
Okay, he's like, I think he's in the first mission.
Yeah.
Like after you finish
I'm still
it.
trying to figure out where to go.
That's also, their level design is very mazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's parts of the game where he's just straight up speaking English.
Yeah.
And the guy
Everybody
is like
else is speaking Japanese.
Hanzo, you think is going to be like this translator, but instead he just says like, I'm Geralt of the River.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, Moshi Desu. And they're just like, we understood each other.
Yeah. Top of the morning to you. Where are you from? Japangu?
And they answer like they understand what he just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her.
That game's some nonsense.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Apparently it's a spin-off of Dynasty Warriors.
It's a spin-off of Nobunaga's Ambition, which Dynasty Warriors is a spin-off of.
Yeah.
Also, one of like the final bosses in the game.
And there is a Nobunaga's Ambition Pokemon game, by the way.
Yeah. But one of the final bosses of Neo is Nobunaga.
Yes.
But he's like a reincarnated corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you fight him and like the villain thinks like, yeah, I have the most powerful warrior. You beat him or like you bring him to like a match and he goes like, you're a very good swordsman. Honestly, I have no reason to fight you. And he just starts leaving. And the guy's like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, you think you can control me? Nobu fucking Naga.
The evilest man in Japanese history.
Yeah, but they treat him like a badass cool man. Like,
And then don't you also have to fight like John D?
John D.
Like the mystical guy, the real 007, the guy who wrote on mysticism in the British Empire?
No idea. Wait, maybe. I
Yeah.
think that's the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the final boss. Like there's like 5 different final bosses.
You have to go back to England for the final boss. Somebody told
and
me.
it sucks.
Oh,
Like,
sounds
okay,
cool.
it's like fighting Nobunaga, super cool.
Yeah.
Fighting the giant Hydra they make you fight next, kind of cool, just frustrating until you get it. And then you go back to England and it's like it's the first level again, but you're going backwards.
Oh shit. Okay.
And
that's less cool because that level kind of sucks.
well, it's extended, but you pass through areas. But like you get to the top, you're fighting him, but you fight like 5 of him, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. The first fight that you do, the first boss, the executioner guy,
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, it is.
Because he kills you in one hit.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It just
and you don't get to come back
dodge.
right there.
Yeah.
No, I know it wanted me to dodge. He goes down pretty quick.
No, I know. Neo's fucking problem is it's my thing I hate the most about like the Dark Souls franchise.
Yeah.
Is it's like you die,
Yeah. And you go way
run
back.
for 5 minutes all the way up.
And it's
I
just
don't
like,
think
I don't
that's
want
fun.
to like have my health chipped away on the way to the boss so that I can get another try to
or
figure out
like
what his
either
moveset
you
is.
fight either you fight your way up to the boss every time, or you learn the perfect zigzag through everyone. And it's for me, it's perfect zigzag at all times.
Yeah.
Whenever I replay Dark Souls now, I don't kill like anything but bosses
Yeah.
because it's just much more faster to just run straight to a bonfire. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways, that's cool. Wait, why'd you get that game for free?
It was on PS Plus ages ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I still pay for PS Plus because 2 free games a month, but also like just in case I ever want to play something online.
Yeah, straight up, just in case.
Yeah.
And it's like whatever.
It's pretty cheap. It's cheaper than Xbox Live was on 360. And that was before I had any income, and now I don't have any income anymore, but I pay it yearly, so who cares?
Yeah, it's like something I forget about. It's
It's like $50 a year. It's like not a huge amount.
And like I'm sure there's like a game that will come up that's like PlayStation only that I'm like, I guess I need it for it.
Yeah.
Like Monster Hunter when I was playing that.
Yeah. Or when we
Yeah.
play Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer mode, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll play it, but
It was cool that Death Stranding didn't need PS Plus to get the online stuff.
I don't think you need it for Nier either.
Automata?
Yeah. Because it's just, you're not really interacting with anyone else. You're just finding corpses.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think you still might need it.
Yeah. I know for Dark Souls and Bloodborne and stuff, you don't need it to read messages, but you need it to summon people. Summon people and get invaded. You need the thing for.
Yeah, so maybe Nier Automata. You don't need it for anything. Yeah, because
the only time you get actual assistance in that game is during ending E.
Yeah,
and
I think that's just the character's name. It's not actually.
Yeah, it's all pre-programmed and you're still in control.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was me.
What else did you do this week?
I went through some MMO stuff.
Cool.
I am fucking giving up on Final Fantasy XIV. That game is so boring.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was looking up, I was like, maybe I can just skip.
I uninstalled PSO2 because I was just like, oh man, I've played like 2 hours of this total.
Yeah.
And I stopped coming back after a couple
I
weeks.
opened it once and I'm like, oh, all these menus, so much reading.
So many
back
menus.
to this, and I'm like,
I
never
like the
mind.
gameplay and running around and hitting things, but yeah, I don't like MMOs.
Yeah, so I was playing 14. It was just like I went back in. I'm like, okay, let's go. And I got the same fucking thing I've said for the last 3 weeks, where every quest is just talk to this person, travel really far away just to talk to one person. I'm like, nope, I'm done. It's not happening. And I went to see if I could like skip forward past like a Realm Reborn into like Heaven's Ward or whatever. You can buy a thing to put you in Heaven's Ward, like to advance with the main story so you can start it. But you still have to level your character up to that point.
Damn.
So which means like if you leveled up purely through side quests, then sure you can do it. But I don't want to fucking do that. It doesn't give you like, it will give me the pass that I can skip into it, or I can pay to just have a level 70 character. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm done with this. The game's bad.
I heard you could just beeline main quests and it'd be pretty high level in that game.
Yeah, but the main quests are fucking boring. That's what I was doing. I'm like level 32 when I quit.
Is it because it's like...
It's nothing but talking and sending you to kill one minor enemy. They have quests all around you that say, hey, here's an actual kill quest, go do it. But when
those don't advance the story.
They don't advance the story, but they advance your level and your gear. But like I got to the point where I was so far ahead in levels that the gear was bad. Mm-hmm. And that the story, I was like level 20. I was level 28
so you
doing a level 20 story. I passed it so hard, and I was
you just grinded too hard, and now like the
I didn't grind
missions...
because to me, when you do like in World of Warcraft, there is a through line for a lot of the story where it's like you finish this quest, it takes you to the next quest. There is long story chains that don't stop for like 40 levels. Mm-hmm. But you can't continue those story chains without doing the side quests around you. So then you do the side quest to get better gear so you can successfully do the missions. But then they're just like...
But 14 doesn't do it the same way?
14 gives you enough XP from the main quest, which is literally just talking to people. You technically don't even learn how to play the game without doing side quests because you're just running straight at people. I got a move that I didn't use for 2 hours. It's just not... It's not for me. I'm just going to go fucking watch like a lore VOD of like someone playing the Nier raid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth it. And also I looked up how long the campaign actually is just to get to Heaven's Ward. Skipping through everything, it's like 100 hours.
I wonder if it's like a lot of that talking to people is like just something you're not into because you're not into that, but maybe I'd be into it, especially because I'm like obviously a fan and
It's
I'd like
very
the fan
boring.
service.
It's very boring. It's like literally just talking about like
But is
they
it
send
like-
you for a mission, they tell
Is
you
it like lore? Is it fan service for long time stuff?
it's
is
nothing.
it story?
It's like a story that's supposed like you go the one village I went to talk to a guy and he's like, we were attacked recently and I don't want to retaliate, I just want peace, but all the youngins are trying to like push me to go attack people. So then you go fight this one dude who's like, and you beat him up, and then you go back and then you talk to the youngins, and then it turns out they're being manipulated, and then you just keep talking to people, and then he says, all right, now go back to your leader that you have to teleport to. You teleport to a fucking node nearby and still have to walk 5 minutes to there. I don't know why your home base doesn't have its own teleportation place. So you fucking go in there, you go talk to her, and she's like, cool, so something's manipulating the youth to start violence? All right, go to the next place. Exact same story. Someone's manipulating the youth to start violence. Then you go back, and she's like, great, go to the next place. Exact same story. It's just
So
a repeat.
But it's saying that this is a trend happening all across the world. So eventually, when you uncover who's doing it,
it's
you realize
trying
that they
to
have a
build
long
something
reach.
up, but it was 5 hours of build up with no gameplay. So, like, if you want to do nothing and just run around in a poorly controlled game,
I might do it.
and the fucking mount they gave you at like level 20, it doesn't even feel faster than running. And the sprint option doesn't feel fast either. It's a game
Well, wait till you get the airship.
Okay, that's like level 70, level 60. It's like fucking far in the game.
You gotta earn it.
And I don't want to
Airships
run.
are cool.
I just don't want to run through everything all the time.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Like the reason,
I guess it's more of a story focused than a gameplay focused.
there's a reason why World of Warcraft took the mounts from that were originally at level 40, where you only got a 50% increase to speed, and put them at level 20, up the speed increase to 70%, and then put the final level at 40. And then at 60, you get a flying mount. There's like a consistent increase in speed as you play through the game. And then they also lowered the barrier to entry as something realistic, where before you literally had to have like 10,000 gold, which in base WoW is like a 3,000 hour grind to get.
Yeah, for sure. That sucks.
Then I also played Destiny 2. Don't have a lot to say about that one, except
The new thing's not out yet.
New thing's not out yet. They're still in the middle of this like long like lead up quest chain, because since they're
Have they destroyed Mercury yet?
no, but they're in the process of this. That was the quest focus that they just put out. It's you going to the places that are going to be destroyed and convincing the Vanguard allies who live there to come back to the tower to keep them safe. So you convince Anna Bray on fucking Mars to leave. You convince the asshole on Io, who I really wish would just stay and die, to leave. But then you meet the lady on Titan. Her name's Sloane. She's a Titan as well, so she's like the tanky one.
Yeah.
You try and convince her to leave, and she just says, "Nah, I'm gonna face that bitch head on. I'm gonna kill it myself." And I'm like, Godspeed.
I'll face God and walk backwards into hell.
Yeah, pretty much that shit. Drill tweets.
God, that's such a good piece of fucking writing, and it's a weird thing that it's from a tweet.
So yeah, you beat the shit. She just like leaves, and it's like, all right, cool. Now this is like the final step before the thing, but we still got 2 months to wait because it's not coming out till November. It was supposed to come out, I think, like in 2 weeks, but it got delayed because Corona.
Wow, fucking Bungie, am I right, fellas?
Yeah, come on, guys, just go to work.
Just do it.
Stop working from home. Just all get real close to.
Do you want to talk about Among Us?
What?
Among Us?
Among
Us?
But just like have a
Yeah?
with Destiny 2.
Oh,
there was
sorry,
an
I thought that
event
was
last
it.
week where I could have got some top tier gear, and I did quite a bit, but I was like very bored the whole time.
Yeah.
And then it ends, and now I'm not getting shit. I'm like, time to play for 20 hours this week.
Well, maybe it's just that was a bad quest line or whatever.
It wasn't bad. It's just something I've already done. It was like a rehash of like a thing I've already
an
did.
existing thing.
Yeah, I did it enough where I got the award, where I got this like layered armor set where it looks like a previous one where it's all black and gold, but like it cracks.
Oh,
and like
shit.
the color from like the light power I have.
It's battle damaged.
Kind of. And like when
What
you wear the
superhero got
helmet,
the
you get
famous
like
battle
these
damage?
fucking, for the hunter at least, you get these horns that you can have like look like they're made of fire. Yeah, so we can go on to Among Us now.
Among Us is great. Sorry, it's just I don't care about MMOs, and I have
That's
nothing
fine.
to say about Destiny other than I didn't like it in 2014. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
So I just, when you talk about it, it's not, I don't want to be a dick, but it's like I just wait there going, when
I know,
when say I'm like waiting for something I can comment on.
You're my Wooly Madden.
Yeah, I'm waiting for something to say about it, and I'm like, when will we get there? When will we get to something I have? Oh no, he's not going to mention anything I can make a comment
I just wanted
about.
to talk about my behavior and how I fucking waste my time with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Among Us is great. It's fun. We played a bunch of it last night.
Yeah, Nathan killed me like an asshole.
I mean, that's the name of the game.
I think I voted you off in the first part, and then you said you were going to kill me next round, and then you did. Mm-hmm. Like a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game's fun. I
my
almost aced.
Huh?
I almost went through the whole team, and then I fucked up because my partner got caught like immediately. Yeah.
because he did something stupid, and then you're like going through the entire game, and then you're like, I'm smart, I'm gonna turn the lights off or whatever.
And then I killed someone in the lights.
And you killed someone in the lights off, and then you reported that person.
Yeah.
Because you were like, I'm going to make it sound like there's another, that one of the two remaining people, which is me and our friend Emma.
Yeah.
And the problem was I was suspicious of Emma. So I followed her the entire round.
Yeah.
And so she was always in my sight, and there was only 2 of us there, and then you and the other person were together.
Yeah.
And so you killed the other guy and then reported it, and I was like, okay, it's Ian.
Yeah.
We were together the entire round, and Ian was with the other person.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
I thought they got me much earlier than that.
No, it's because Emma was acting super sus.
Yeah, I killed someone in front of another person and they didn't report it. It was like,
Nice.
Sick.
Meanwhile, I killed you and got immediately caught because I didn't realize that Emma was so close.
So many games were lost last night because it was like reset the seismic stabilizers and just no one found their way there.
Yeah. No. It was the oxygen, yeah.
Well, it was seismic stabilizers on
because the doors, because one of the doors for oxygen is in admin, but it doesn't look like it is.
Yeah.
So like it's on the opposite. It's sort of like, even though they're right next to each other.
Everyone goes to the one near navigation and weapons, and then we're all just sitting there. It's like, well, someone's got to get the other one.
Yeah.
And then no one did.
One of the times we lost, I was on the exact opposite side of the ship, and I'm like, oh, they'll have this. I'm super close to the last thing that needs to be wired, and I'm just going to take care of that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like, damn it.
Oh man, that game. There's a reason why that game is the #1 game on Twitch right now.
Because it's fun as hell.
Yeah, some people are playing it wrong though. Funhouse put out a video today and they played it wrong.
I think the idea of having locational audio where you're louder or quieter based on how far away you are is cool.
But it's not built into the game.
It's not?
Yeah, when you go through the option, there's literally not an option for voice chat.
Because here's the thing. I think one thing that would be very cool in the game is like if they had voice chat, it had positional audio where like if you were far enough away, people can't hear you. And 2, when comms go down and you can't see your tasks, you also lose voice chat.
I'm trying to see if the guys, the Among Us devs, are like, see if they're like getting back into like working on the game.
Yeah.
So we could use some new maps.
And honestly, console port.
What's on your phone?
Yeah, but that's not a good way to play any game.
Yeah.
Unless Derek it's built for
doing it yesterday. I'm sure he accidentally killed someone at least once.
Oh, he just kept bumping into shit all the time.
Was that still moving? I feel like you didn't tighten this enough, or my brain's not working anymore.
No, it's just it still moves a lot.
Okay.
This thing's kind of janky.
Yeah. Also heavy mic.
Yep.
Yeah, that game is super fun. I feel like you got impostered the most last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it just we had
but I got
surprisingly we had 10
times.
people. We had like a full game.
Yeah.
That game is cut very hard to get a kill at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're being real shitheads though. So like I kind of wish we were a little more like less safe about it sometimes.
Yeah.
Because even I felt bad when I'm like, I'm not the imposter, but all 4 people are together. It's like, oh shit. So
it's a good tactic.
Yeah. It's just rough.
Well, that's when you sabotage.
You sabotage, but then if you go kill the person that went for the sabotage...
Well, it's because every sabotage has 2 things.
Yeah.
Right? So if you can get them, they have to split up when you do that. And if they think you're one of them, then the answer is you can go, okay, me and this guy will go here, and then the other 2 can go there, and then you can kill the guy and near the first thing, and then come back or whatever.
Seeing people vent like when you're a good guy is so funny every time because it's just like, well,
do you remember
you fucked up?
Do you remember when fucking who was it? Was it Nick? When Nick was like, I walked in the room with Nathan and he ran right at me, and I was like, I literally fucking didn't. I put a table between us to try to get away from you and go around you out because I didn't know you were good and we were the only 2 people in the room. And then he was like, no, you're bad. And I'm like, I literally would have just fucking killed you. I was right next. Like, I could have easily.
Yeah. People saw you come in.
Yeah.
No one's going to see me leave.
Yeah,
I think there's a vent in that room as well.
Yeah.
Vents are super fun to get around with.
I don't love them, but sure.
I think they're fun. I think it's a well-balanced mechanic.
I think so.
Because if you hit one, if you
I
kill
feel like
someone
with 10, there's so many, you might want like a 3 imposter, but maybe I'm wrong.
I just think because with a 3 imposter, if you get it down to 6 people, which as we had last night,
You're right. Yeah. 2 is fine. Yeah.
So if it was 3 imposters and there was 5 people like left, you won.
Yeah, because Among Us is different from Resistance because there are times nobody can see you.
Yeah.
A lot of the time nobody
And
can see you.
also, instead of it just being like, hey, let's all just throw our shit out there.
Because with the Resistance, when you have 10 players, 4 of them are spies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's also, if you find out someone's a spy, they can still go and do stuff. Mm-hmm. Like,
They're not gone. Yeah.
they're not gone. They just sit there and they kind of I've been caught being a spy like tons of times in Resistance, but then all I do is I sit there and I just be like really friendly to like the other people who I know aren't spies. So then everyone's like, oh, that's Ian's partner, or like it can't be Derek. Ian keeps voting against Derek being on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always fun to vote for your when like your imposter friend gets caught and you just vote for that person.
Do you remember the fucking incredible game of Resistance that me and Blake played when we were spies?
I have no idea because I really hate that game.
Okay. Me and Blake played a round of Resistance where from we were both the spies, and from minute 1, we went on one mission together. I failed it. He passed it.
Yeah.
We went on the first mission together. And we yelled at each other for the entire round, desperately pleading for everyone else to know one of us is good. They have to. That's how the fucking spies work. Mission 1, if it gets failed, like, come on. There has to be, the other spy has to be in the rest of you. And so for the final mission, you need to have all 4 good guys. And the first mission had one person pass, one person fail. One of us has to be good. And so we were both yelling at each other the entire time, and we were on the same team. It was so fucking fun. Everybody at the end when we won and fucking high-fived looked actually the most mad I've seen anybody playing that game. Yeah. Not even mad, sorry, like hurt.
I feel like also, and do you know what's rough and for the imposters in Among Us? If you self-report, since we're all too stupid, and like we're all fresh at the game, it's just like, if you self-report, I think it's you.
Yeah.
Like, I like the muting everyone in Discord. I think it really helps with the game because...
I think so too.
When I watched Funhouse,
but also like,
they just had to do like, someone would like scream as they're dying, and it's like, well, great, now you know that person's dead.
Yeah.
Like,
on the one hand, like I do like doing the muting thing, but on the other hand, it's so like tempting and fun to talk and be like, okay, what do we have to do? Because like frequently I would say, okay, everybody mute, and then I would like be talking about something just because like it flows right.
I think we mute a bit too fast. Some people like mute as soon as voting's done. It's like,
I do.
You can like wait until you get control of your.
It's just I want to be able to talk. To people, like it's like,
it's you're very alone sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like a 5-minute sequence at the beginning of the game where like no one's found a body. We're all just doing our tasks.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was one fucking game where we were all waiting till the end because one person had like one task left to do and they weren't doing it.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, the bar was like this much, and we're like, guys, fucking finish the game, please.
And he did. It was a ghost. And he did it. And we won.
I think it was someone who was AFK.
No. He did. He just completely forgot about it. Because when you're a ghost, part of you definitely just wants to stalk your killer and see what they're doing.
I think I broke the rules, though. I think it was like when my buddy Dan just started playing with us.
Yeah.
And I was just like, Dan, when you're a ghost, you can still do your tasks. And he was like, oh, shit. And he went and finished it.
That's not cheating.
It's informing a new guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. These people got like it pretty easily and weren't trying to cheat. Like I have faith that people...
It's also really hard to figure out where your tasks are because it doesn't tell you, because the map thing's weird, honestly. Like,
it's not
but
great,
it's a good game.
But like, it's not a huge map, so you can run around, and also you have... Once you start like wiring, because you know how you always have like 3 things for wiring?
Yeah.
Once you start wiring one, a yellow arrow appears to the next one. I think that's what
same with lots of
some
stuff.
People.
Yeah.
If there's a multiple objective one, like the upload ones and shit.
The upload ones, the fucking filling the gas tank one sucks.
Yeah, what's the other
So you have to go back and forth like 10 times.
I don't like wiring because you can only pull from the left to the right side, and I keep trying to pull from the right to the left like an idiot.
Yeah, me too.
Because to me it's like whoop, 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 like shit, but it's like no, you gotta go down.
Wiring sucks when you have the lap keyboard like I do.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so imprecise.
What else was the one that I fucking hated? There was another one that I'm like, I hate every time I do it.
Swipe card.
Swipe card. Why? Yeah, it's like you can't.
When we were doing it, I would get it every round, and so I actually started being able to do it with just first try.
It's just.
But then we went to a bunch of different maps, and I did do it like 5 times in a row, and then we came back, and I was like, "Fuck!"
It's a wallet you pull a card out of, and then it goes into the spot, and you have to drag it across at a normal speed, like you would swipe a card. But if you go too slow, it fails.
Too slow or too fast, or not all the way. Just like a real swipe card.
Yeah, it's a rough one. And
As somebody who had to swipe a lot of cards when I first started an old job, and then they replaced that with just typing your name in. I had all the practice necessary.
The only time I had a swipe card was when I worked at Walmart, because they had the punch system was a thing on the back of your badge.
So at TD, before, the old way that you used to get money out of the computer machine was a swipe card. So you go, but you can't go too fast or too slow.
That's also easier to steal, like to take someone else's card and just be like, money, please.
Well,
obviously there's cameras that would just be like.
So the way it works, to dispel some bank magic, you have a login on your computer and you do transactions, right?
Yeah.
And then so that transaction goes into the in-house network. You walk over to the fucking computer that's attached to like a money dispenser that's attached to like the back office.
Yeah.
You just swipe. That swipe is attached to your name. Right, your login, and it knows which transactions you've done, right? And then and then the thing pops up and goes, "What bills do you want for the amount of money that I know you need?" So it's not dangerous at all, other than someone being able to get your card and log into your shit.
Yeah. So the swipe thing at Walmart, it was like literally like a fucking barcode they printed on the back of your badge.
Oh, like a punch card.
Yeah. So you went to swipe it, but the thing is it got dirty. And it was like, it's pretty much just like a fucking like, do you know the things they use, like the handheld scanners?
Oh, shit.
At fucking everything, like at every grocery store and shit. It was pretty much that, just encased inside of a piece of plastic. So you had to swipe through and it just wouldn't work. So I'd see people like trying to punch out and they'd just be doing this for like fucking 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then also they were shitty for a while.
Swipe cards are shitty. That's why chips and RFID is way better.
Yeah, so you had to swipe for they wanted for a long time, they were like swipe for your 15-minute breaks, and I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that. So I would just lie and say I didn't take them. I had to swipe for my lunch though, because that was an hour and my lunches weren't paid. Like on an 8-hour shift, I got an hour-long lunch.
Dang.
But then that never went away. At the Superstore, it was all like pressing and shit, but I had a key to open up the doors. Like I had a fucking like a little like an RFID thing to open up like the back and front door. So if I ever had to fucking come in like on like early, I could just walk in through the front door before the place was open. I could also go in through the back. So I had they gave me way too much power as a dude who'd been there for a month.
Yeah. Also, you committed a lot of theft.
Not at that store. That was Walmart. I stole a lot.
Oh, sorry. I thought that's what we were still talking about. That's
no. The RFID thing is so much better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's easier. It works better. I literally kept it in my wallet and would just like pull my wallet out and just like push it up the door. Yeah. Anyways, swipe cards are bullshit.
Yeah,
Among Us is a fun game.
Among Us is great, and you should check it out. It's super cheap.
It's $5 whole.
It's not a lot.
Yeah. On fucking like Thursday night, I was trying to buy it for people in my Discord.
Yeah.
You can't gift things to Americans anymore.
Fuck them.
I even fucking went.
They don't deserve it. They've earned this.
I just wanted my friends to play with me.
Yeah.
But they
because you're in a different country and you might be doing cheating to get price scandals, because of course Steam cares about the missing dollar when you do currency exchange.
It's been around longer than I've heard about that.
Yeah, no, it's so stupid. Like,
but like
we have a friend.
I opened my VPN.
Yeah.
I switched everything, and it still was like no.
Yeah, of course.
Not for gifts. I think I could still purchase for myself, but I couldn't gift.
Again, it's stupid. We have a friend who is like taking advantage of the whole like, things are different prices in different countries thing.
Yeah.
And Steam just decided to crack down on it to be assholes.
But the thing I have a problem with it is it's not that like Steam is being like, oh, if we detected your account was originally from somewhere else or with a cooldown period sort of thing. What they're doing is just giving developers the option to not allow people in that country to buy the game anymore for like the price.
And that's dumb. Like it's so stupid. They're cracking down on such a small percentage of people who do that to make such a certain amount of money. When it's
because it's like you can buy. I think the cheapest you can get a game for right now is in rubles. Because a game in like Russian rubles is like 49,000 rubles.
Yeah,
but which is only like $40 Canadian or American.
It's like half price essentially.
Yeah. So, but it's like now
games.
You're just taking like there's poor people in Russia who's literally like even though it's so cheap for us, that's still a lot of money to them. And you're literally
the choice you're making is just going, oh no, nobody in Russia can buy it, and it's like cool. So you've decided you'd rather have people pirate your game because pirating is not illegal in Russia.
Yeah.
And you're saying I'd rather make
also,
no money.
Straight up, I understand how content laws and copyright laws work. If your product is not available in the country where I live, I'm pirating it.
Yeah. That's the thing, right? You've decided now that because some people in countries that you sell the thing are pretending they're from different countries to be able to still pay money for your thing and give you your quiche.
I have a Crave account. I can watch Doom Patrol, which is a DC Universe show. DC Universe could have also licensed Young Justice to Crave. They didn't. They could have licensed it to Canadian Netflix or like
they licensed it to Teletoon or Adult Swim Canada, which is like a hard channel. Yeah, but that's still a normal TV channel
I have to watch.
Yeah.
I can't watch that because I don't have Adult Swim.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
yeah. I'm not paying for one premium channel when the rest of your shit's of it. Like it's not like I'm gonna watch City TV for Doom Patrol.
Yeah,
like put it on Crave. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know that it was available on Adult Swim Canada, so I guess I am stealing it technically.
Yeah,
but still,
I tried to watch it on demand on my Rogers cable box because I was like, I'll support this thing if it's on there.
Yeah.
And they only had like episodes 7 through 9.
So they probably only had the episodes that most recently aired.
Yeah.
Which is usually what an on-demand service does. Which is
frustrating because it's lame.
Fucking lame. Sorry, jeez. The teenager in me came out for a second.
Yeah.
But like, if you're also... saw this. Someone said, like, what's your controversial take on video games? And it's like, if someone said if your game's over 10 years old, it should be free. And I'm like, I don't agree with that one.
No.
Because devs still need to make money. If your game is knowingly, if you have taken it out of service or not allow people to buy it or get it anymore, emulation should be legal.
Yeah, or piracy in general.
All Nintendo games that all old, like once it's on like their SNES thing, that you can pay for and get it, sure, remove it from these websites. But if
you're not selling it, I should be able to get it.
If I haven't been able to buy it from somewhere in the last 10 years, I should be able to steal. Like, technically, I can't steal Pokemon Red because you can buy it on the Nintendo 3DS. That's a place you can play it. Same with Pokemon Gold. There is a remake of Ruby and Sapphire, but that game sucks. I want to play the original Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald. I can't get them anywhere without going to a reseller.
So GBA, it is.
So VBA. Visual Boy Advance. I can't play Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure fucking anywhere.
Yeah, the Legacy of Goku.
No, that is a GBA game, but Advanced Adventure is like a 2D side scroller, beat 'em up platformer sort of thing, and it's a very good game. Like it's probably the best Dragon Ball game.
Dang.
And it has like
I heard those other GBA ones, which are like I think RPGs, are also good.
Legacy of Goku 1 and 2 and Boost Fury.
Yeah.
Yes, those are good. Boost Fury is the better one because it allows you to actually just break the game.
Yeah.
They put this system in...
You can play as the Great Saiyaman.
But also they put a system in Legacy of Goku 1 and 2 where if you punched an enemy against a wall...
Can you play as Great Saiyaman in Fighters? Yes. Or just Adult Gohan?
No, you play Videl. And Videl has moves where it has not... It's an assist move. It's kind of like how Android 18 used to work.
Android 18, yeah.
Yeah, where Saiyaman comes in and like does stuff for her. I think you can also dress her up as the Great Saiya Woman, so it actually matches. Or no, she's Saiyaman too. There's no Saiya Woman was an English dub thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with that thing. I mean, there are websites for abandonware.
Yeah, but abandonware is like slightly different because it's like no company has any hold over it anymore.
There's a lot of things that are abandoned. The legal right for abandonware has actually opened up where, for example, stuff like, let's say a company made an MMO and then stopped releasing it.
like took its servers down.
Private servers of that game, and that game is free, and it is not pirating to download it because it is legally abandonware.
Yeah.
The PC version of Silent Hill 2 is abandonware, and that's how I got the mod, the enhanced edition.
There's probably a version of like fucking WildStar that I could go play.
Probably. You should get this.
That's an old dead MMO that I played originally.
You should look into Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a horror guy. But I know Silent Hill 2 is like a GOAT where it's like you actually have to fucking appreciate it.
It's really cool.
I was just thinking just now.
Yeah.
You know what's more likely if they do like a fucking Zelda 35th anniversary thing next year?
Yeah.
Is not getting the ports of the games we want.
Yeah.
It would be probably like another Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask remake.
I think port all of them to Switch.
Yeah.
Ocarina and Majora. Like,
do a 3-pack of Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword.
Yeah. And
then do, if they really want to put that much effort in, a remaster, remake, whatever.
I think just do the 3DS ones, but on Switch.
Well, that would be a remaster.
Yeah, just a quick and dirty remaster.
Yeah, especially since those
series.
games like play exactly the same as the old one.
Yeah.
Actually, they're literally just the same. Those games
Actually,
are
Majora's
remasters
Mask's
of N64
3DS
games.
version is not that good, but yeah.
Is it not that good because people are just realizing that Majora's Mask sucks?
No. I saw somebody who's like a huge Majora fanboy talking about how the 3DS version, because Aonuma is actually very embarrassed of the original Majora's Mask
because it took 6 months to make.
Yeah, he didn't like how like dark and serious it was. So the 3DS version is very different in tone and visuals to reduce the horror elements. And like people were really pissed off about that.
Because the fan theory of it's like, oh, Link died at the end of Ocarina of Time. This is him in purgatory, and it's like, oh my god, shut up.
At the very least, it is a game about death and rebirth and trying, and how people deal with the impending threat of dying.
It's about failure and like keeping him like getting back at it again.
But literally, like all the cities go through like all the different sort of stages of grief. Like there are people who are denying that the moon is falling.
On like the third day, there's like the first day you start, there's like one guy looking up, going like, "Hey, isn't the moon a bit too close?" And then the next day, it's him preaching to everyone about like how it's happening, and then people being like, "Whatever, there's no pandemic.
Yeah,
you don't need to wear your moon covering headgear. It's fine." And then the third day, it's like those people like sitting like just staring up, going like, oh my god.
Well, I think in different areas, like people just straight up, like in certain areas, don't believe it's happening even when it's happening.
Yeah, and also, but like that's like one of the Zelda games where it's like the final boss isn't this big horrifying being. It's it's Skull Kid.
Yeah,
who is not actually like as a character. He's not a unique concept. Skull Kids are minor enemies in Ocarina of Time.
Or there's just one in Ocarina of Time, but he's just like he just fucks with people.
Yeah, Skull Kid is like, it's what happens to a Kokiri when they leave the forest or something, or get lost in the Lost Woods.
But in Majora's Mask, it's like he was doing this thing, and it wound up becoming
Twilight Princess. He's a little asshole who leads you to where the Master Sword is.
Yeah,
I hate him.
The monkeys.
The monkeys?
Twilight Princess.
What?
The fucking monkeys in Twilight Princess.
Why do you hate them?
Because they fucking suck.
But they help you.
They're shit.
They make that daisy chain. Baby
but
chain.
you have to chase them around all the fucking time.
Yeah.
They're annoying as hell.
I don't like that. I don't like the Forest Temple in Twilight Princess. I think every other one is
the Desert Temple is
awesome.
the coolest.
Yeah. The Desert Temple's the coolest because it has like so much lead up to it. The Sky Temple sucks until you get the dual hook shots. Like I get very lost every time.
I like the Sky Temple a lot in terms of aesthetic and how it's like very Escher themed and like the scary chocobo characters.
Yeah, the fucking Water Temple, the puzzle sucks. That final fight is cool as shit.
I've completely forgotten that one.
It's the one where it's like you're in a cylindrical room and you're trying to like raise the water and lower it, just kind of like the original game. Yeah. But you're trying to like activate these water wheels, and you don't get the iron boots in that one, but they're very useful to sink to the bottom. You get the Zora armor for that,
right.
Which the Zora armor in that one actually makes you look more like a Zora, and it's armor. Yeah. Which is the coolest thing about Twilight Princess is that the
open areas are way cooler.
Armor. Yeah.
And the fucking the snow area, dude.
Snow area is pretty cool.
Yeah. And you fight Evil Link.
What?
You're the skeleton hero guy who teaches you how to do things. You do that there in the winter area.
I can't remember.
It's supposed to be it's apparently canonically Link from
it's
Ocarina
of Time. Yeah, it's Ocarina of Time. Link that grew up, fucked Zelda, became the king, died a warrior.
And so, like, you fight his ghost or whatever to learn how to do the spin attack or whatever.
I'm just thinking of Age of Calamity now. Like, that game is
gonna be cool.
It's so cool because we don't really get a lot of backstory. The best part about Breath of the Wild is the story.
Yeah,
it's not very there, but when you go see the memories and like you have to watch like Zelda hanging out with you, who's just like, I'm perfect. I'm literally the champion. You're just Link.
Okay, sorry. Let's
just
wrap
shows
this
up
up because it's after 5. I need to get to my thing. I'm sorry, everybody.
Super cool.
Thanks so much for listening to the Media Hole podcast. If you'd like to hear more of us, just subscribe and follow us on whatever thing you use. If you want to see our YouTube, you can go to youtube.com/N8SComedy. And you can see all kinds of stuff on there, including mostly just episodes of this.
I'm fucking tired tonight.
I know, right? And if you want to follow me on social media, I'm at the Media Hole on Twitter. I'm at the Media Hole on TikTok. I am twitch.tv/the Media Hole. And finally, when your balls get stuck to your leg.tumblr.com.
Change your name.
If you want to find Ian on any sort of social, you can find him at Struggles V. Very recently, he has come under fire for a series of leaked nudes that have been posted to his Instagram.
I did a photo shoot at the Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
The combination Pizza Hut Taco Bell?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, gang. We'll see you next time.